Sound waves reaching the microphone are changed into impulses of electric current.
No need to worry about your pre-recorded music tapes being accidentally erased. It can't happen.
Clinton, are you there? Hello?
Badger, are you there?
Clinton, are you there? Can you hear me?
Are you there? I'm there.
Do I have to restart my Discord again?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Can you give me a thumbs up if you can't hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can.
I can't hear you.
Restart.
No,
Then you gotta restart.
You said, can you hear me? It's like, I can't hear you.
I can.
No, I can't. No, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
You can hear me, but I can't hear you.
Yes, correct.
Correct.
Correct. I don't know. I can't speak for what you're hearing of me. What I can speak right now.
I can hear you, but can you hear me though?
No, yes. Why is this so difficult? Oh, we're in for a night. Welcome, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you?
Say the word. Say the word boathouse for me. Say the word boathouse.
Boathouse.
Great. We can hear each other
why?
then. We can hear
but why?
But why?
Because boathouse.
Because boathouse.
Oh,
right.
jeez.
Oh my goodness. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Did we update the title today?
I did.
Oh, good.
I tweeted and all that. Everybody go retweet, exclamation point Twitter, and go retweet us, please, because we're live.
Oh, joking.
Lief,
Good.
you're a liar. You're a big fat old liar.
Live says, I can't hear any of you.
Kappa.
Live,
Why
if
is
you
it
can't
so
hear me, let me
difficult?
know. Okay.
Live, on time, on point. Nobody can hear each other. Company free of charge from worldwide interwebs via a bunch of different places. Home of a bunch of different things. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 18th live edition.
I like that more.
Bunch of places. Home of a bunch of different things.
Yeah, that's the internet right now.
Highly anticipated, never duplicated, unduplicated, unappreciated, unbudgeted program. The program features the mixed standard, pin compensated abilities. Willie Bishop play. We're still full of mediator moderators. Third round draft pick to be named later. How much later is not up to me.
Yeah. How long is it going to take? 3 million years?
3 people.
Yeah, right. It's this. Sorry.
Yeah, 3 people, 2 attempts, 1 dream. Broadcasting's finest train wreck.
And we love it.
Oh, we love it. It's enough about you as the Grim Phoenix Presentation Association with the worldwide internet's available from every coast to every coast. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll put this link in the chat.
Oh.
Because this is important right here.
Importante? Muy importante?
This is important. I'll put this link in the chat.
The content says it's important and must be.
It's crazy important. The one, the only, the Dash and Dash, Pantsless Prancer, the Pope Hope, the Newbie YouTube, the Cat with the Cool Hat, GGVOD, Special Extraordinaire, and 0.0 world record holders.
Still.
Enter our Mr. William Bishop. What's up, man?
Every time. What's going on? How you doing? How's it going, everybody? How's life treating you? It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being awesome.
Fantastic. I was just perusing the speedrun leaderboard.
Oh, it says a 2.1 now? Oh, my God.
Yep, 1321.
Well,
yep.
Is it updated again? So yeah, nobody has any expert records, and Bands is crushing it.
And Bands is killing it.
A German by the name of Tic Tac. His times are not nearly as good as his old times though. A 24-minute wall of flesh though is pretty hype.
I feel like all you have to do is go in and play 1 full game on expert, and you got them all.
Yeah, for sure.
And just time it and submit it.
Yeah, and I'll have every single record, but that's not as fun. Because what I did last time is I waited till like months after 1.3.1 came out, and then I took some records. That's way more interesting. It's really, it's not as fun competing against nothing. You know. All
right, fine. I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna go do it.
You're not gonna do it. Everyone's like, I'm gonna do it. You imagine you're not gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and then no one ever does it. So it is what it is.
I feel like I could do brain. I could do the brain on expert and just knock that out.
Again, there is no time. Like anybody can take the records right now.
Right.
If you want to be your Tour world record holder, just go take it.
Go do it.
If it takes you 6 hours to do Aya Cthulhu, it doesn't matter.
Right.
It's you have it. It's yours. It's up for grabs.
That's about right. 6 hours.
Yeah, you can assume the instant that you do that, someone's gonna go grab an 11-minute record.
Right. What is noteworthy here is if you go back, I'm gonna put up another link for you. If you go back to see the Eye of Cthulhu record that is still there, expert record. Let me put this. It's 1308. There's your link in chat. 1.3.0.8 Eye of Cthulhu expert Pedguin 13 minutes 23 seconds.
Still couldn't beat it, man. I
That
got close.
is Cal Ripken type of deal. No one's gonna do that.
I can't beat that one. Yeah,
I mean,
I tried a lot too. That was a tough one, man.
That is. So looking at all these other runs, I now realize how amazing that record is.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's pretty
a fast one.
That is amazing.
It's
Yeah.
Ped killed that so hard.
He killed
Like,
it. Yeah.
just brutalized it. It's crazy.
I'll tell you what, man. The more here's the compliment that I can give Pedguin. The more I find out about that dude, the more completely impressed with him I am.
Ped's a killer. He's the best. He's amazing at Terraria. Like
Yeah.
I know it doesn't. People don't tout him as the best Terraria player, but he took some records. He's fast.
He's
Like,
fast.
He is good at the game. He has great knowledge. He's done so many challenge runs. He has so
Yep.
much experience. So many hours in Terraria.
But I mean,
It's
it's
crazy.
Terraria, but it's everything. Not just Terraria, but as good as he is in Terraria, he's good at streaming. He's got a good brain for just about everything. Like making his YouTube series that he's doing right now, or it might be finished by now. I didn't get all the way through it, but yeah, he's a killer, man.
Penguin, you're epic, bro. Come
He's
join us on the
epic.
show sometime.
Yeah, join us, man. Open
I know
invitation
he
if you
lurks
want to
in my
stay up
channel.
late.
He's such a cool guy. I haven't been able to catch his stream in forever.
Me either.
Forever.
Well, he hasn't streamed a whole lot on Twitch because I think he's sinking a ton of time into YouTube. And there was a tweet not too long ago from him that said Twitch banned him for 2 hours
Oh my god.
for something incredibly dumb. And like the more Twitch mistreats this dude,
Yeah.
I mean,
He's a YouTube star coming over to Twitch, and he specifically said he likes Twitch a lot,
yeah.
and they have mistreated him multiple times.
They are abusing their relationship with Pedguin, and I mean, if he said it before, he makes more money off of YouTube than he does on Twitch, hands down. And I mean, I bet you YouTube doesn't abuse him like that. You know?
I bet you know. I bet YouTube is a lot more professional, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I were in his shoes, I understand it. I get it. Why come over and why deal with all that hassle? Let me see if I can find that tweet.
I mean, I guess I would do the same thing I'm doing right now with the restream. I just stream to every service at once.
Yeah.
And focus on YouTube chat, probably.
There it
Because
is.
subscribers.
Here it is. Here, August 2nd. That would have been Tuesday. Got a 2-hour global Twitch chat ban for playing Choice Chamber.
Oh my gosh.
The spam game, LOL, and he posted a little picture of there.
Good
So.
lord, that's ridiculous, though, right?
Yeah.
So was he like actually playing Choice Chamber? Was that what was going on, or was he?
For playing it, I guess.
Okay.
There you go. It's like the second one there. Let me put up his Twitter. Not that he needs any help. He's got
Yeah, go check it out. Go follow Ped.
he's got 9K followers. He doesn't need any help from us, but
Mind-boggling.
mind-boggling. Yeah, I peel this. I mean, the more you peel the Pedguin onion, the more you understand he's a baller, shot caller. He's awesome.
Absolutely. Ped is just fantastic. He knows what he's doing. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
How are you doing? How's your stream going?
Oh my goodness, it's good. I actually went without Ash for a good while.
Yeah, you have been doing a lot without Ash.
Yeah, he actually was on. I mean, okay, his whole life is a goddamn vacation.
As we always say,
His life is a vacation.
Kids' lives are vacations, right?
Psh, it's a vacation.
It's a vacation. That's what it is.
Let me see if I can.
Relaxing, shooting some b-ball, playing video games. Oh wait, that's what I do. No,
Hit this.
That's
See
crazy.
if this works.
who would have thought that I reverted back to being a child? Oh my god, that's what I've wanted all my life. That's the reality of the situation. I just wanted to be a Star Trek nerd and also play video games for a living. It's the two things I wanted. That's it. There's nothing else that I could think of.
I mean, I guess that's kind of what we. I don't know what we all want. I've been really digging into. I wrote a ton of stuff down recently about what I want to start doing more with my stream. There's a lot of stuff.
Cool.
I want to do a new intro that is branded, that is always just my intro, right? I don't want to, You know, I usually just put my splash screen up there and then hit start on the non-copyright sound, whatever.
Oh, right.
And just start up with whatever song.
You'd rather have a branded intro that is your thing that every time you come out,
Every
it's your
time.
thing. It's like the John Cena,
Yeah.
do. Yeah, that'd be great.
Or
I think
I-
everybody wants that.
Yeah, and
That's
I want
such a
to...
hard thing to decide on, though. God.
Right. Oh, no, I think I know exactly what I want to do.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've got...
See, my issue is, like, I know I want it. I have no clue what I want it to look like
Oh,
or
dude.
what it to be. Or, like, I don't know. It
I'm,
just,
I'm doing a bunch of research on the internet to see if I can... okay, here's my dream. Here's my little shameless
full-time
dream. Let me just pour my guts out on the stage here for your enjoyment. My dream is that I find a way to email John Fogerty, and I get him to give me the rights to "Born on the Bayou," and that's my entry song.
Okay. How likely is that, Clento?
Not
Astronomically? Like
0.0. But I mean, for my
a secondary
purposes,
dream? That's more realistic.
no, I don't. No, that's plan A. That's plan A. I have no
I got
plan
plan
B.
B.
I have no plan B.
Good.
I would love that. I would love that. That because I love that song. I love CCR. I love Fogerty's voice, and I mean,
you're ahead of
after all,
me. I have no clue what I want. I have no idea what I want at all for that. I know I want it. You know.
yeah.
I know. Some things in life I'm like I know I want that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I would love the so Fogerty, if you're in the audience right now.
Hey, listen.
yeah,
Hey,
you're
listen. Help.
Hey, if you're in the
Please.
audience right now, shoot me an email, hit me up on Twitter.
Shoot me an email.
Shoot me an email, bro. Just go down the panels, you can shoot us an email, hit me up on Twitter.
It's fine. Okay.
And just
Oh, you know, I think we talked about this last time. There's a way to enable getting direct messages on Twitter from people who you're not following. If you haven't done that
Yeah.
already, okay.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
I only recently learned about that. So
I think
yeah,
I did that.
I did that now.
Wait
Which is
a
a pretty
second.
great thing because now you can just send me a direct message on Twitter or whatever. Not
You're
really.
not
I mean, I guess it's
following.
disabled by default because of spam or something
Yeah.
like that.
Totally.
But I haven't gotten any since I turned it off. So
Right.
it's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, I would like to do that, and then actually, I'll show you the model that I think I showed you the model I'm going to follow. That'd be a good thing for you guys
Yeah.
to see.
It's pretty cool.
It's a so it's one of the workers, one of the first folks who works at Twitch. I do not know what her title is, but I want to say she's in like promo videos for Twitch and does a bunch of their events or whatever. And she streams, I think, maybe 3 times a month. So,
Wow.
I mean, something like that. She's not
Right.
not a full-time streamer.
I think it's pretty standard,
Yeah.
honestly.
And her intro, I managed to catch a little bit while I was working. It was late night. I think she's West Coast. And it popped up and I went, oh, cool. I've never seen this person stream. And the intro was well done. It had a series it had a cool copywritten song going on, but it had stills, like a slideshow that came up of her and all the stuff she's doing. It slides up,
Right.
and it would
Her
slide,
face in particular and stuff that she's doing.
and stuff that she's doing. Then it goes off, and then another one. But it's all very artistic. It was pretty girly
Right.
because it's all written
Yeah.
and drawn in, but
Right.
it was really cool. I think I want to do something like that, and I found some software that lets you do that.
Oh, cool.
So it's pretty cheap. You can get a free one. You can get a free copy of it, but it puts
Get a freebie?
ads in there and it puts a watermark on it. But if you pay like $100 for a year, you can you pay like $100 for a year. It takes the watermark off and takes the ad off.
I feel like you could pay somebody $100 to do it for you.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Probably so. So anyway, but I've got that in my back pocket if I ever want to do that by myself. I may want to do that because what I might end up doing is I might really dip into fan art, and then I would have the fan art be featured in the intro. Right? as one of the slideshows
Okay.
that come by, right? And as we do some more stuff, the intro pictures may change, but the format would all be the same. Like I would have 15 pictures
cool.
that cycle through, and then maybe 3 of them will be for big donors or subs or
Interesting.
cool things that I want to pay tribute to someone, right? Or something
Right.
that happened this month, or maybe like one of the Patreon tiers is thanks in the intro, right? And then I could throw that in there as I needed to.
I like it. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I think I may not pay the $100 and just have someone do it. I may go ahead and pay it and then just kind of be able to slot in a bunch of different intros as I need, like the June intro with these people.
Right. To be able to mess with it would be really sweet.
Yeah. So it looks pretty simple to do and looks pretty easy to create. So
Totally.
anyway,
Yeah.
I'll shoot you a
Gonna be
message.
simple.
I'll shoot you a message on.
You make me one too?
No, absolutely not. I'll shoot you a message on how you could buy it and you could make yours.
Right. Good answer. No thanks. I'm straight. I'll take the non-modular version that I don't have to mess with. So I'll have somebody else do it for me. It's
Right.
okay.
There's watermarks or whatever in there, but I think I may try it I may give it a shot for like a year. I mean,
You're finding your calling.
There's something else I bought Photoshop for a year for like $100 or whatever it is.
I really kind of want to do that too. There's so much photo editing that I do. And
Yeah, it is panels and chopping stuff and the panels down below and then the overlays and all that. I went ahead and said it's like $10 a month, or so 120 over the year if you pay monthly, or you can throw $100 at them and get 2 months free or whatever. I just threw the $100 at them, and so I have a cloud account and never have to worry about patching, and it's always evergreen, whatever.
Cool.
So,
okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
anyway, a bunch of that sort of stuff. But Photoshop has been handy. I for sure use that once, at least once a month, probably multiple times a month, where I got to go in and edit a panel or put some picture in or whatever.
Yeah, having to go back and mess with your panels is really frustrating, especially if you don't have the source files.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's something that I constantly run into where I want to make a change. I'm like, okay, I don't have the resources. I don't have the resources or the time to make that change. So just not going to make the change. Going to do other things.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do other
It's
things.
just not going to happen.
Right.
Something I like, but nope, I just can't do it. It's not within my skill level to be able to even do it.
Yeah.
I had that with my panels. I was like, I'm here, take money to do these panels because I can't.
Yeah.
It's impossible. I think it's a lot better, honestly, to know what your limits are about doing that.
Yeah.
Like I've gotten to the point where I think I want to like have someone else make my thumbnails too. Like someone at $5 could make me a thumbnail and have the source file for 20.
Oh,
and that would boom, there you go. For whatever series I'm gonna be doing, I have a thumbnail that's actually not crap. It's
yeah. That
because my thumbnails are bad. And then coming back to Penguin, actually, Penguin was one of the people who was like, thumbnails are super, super important.
they are.
Increase views exponentially.
Yes.
So
my thumbnail. I don't do thumbnails. I need them.
I very rarely do thumbnails. Like I want to. I really want to. I understand how thumbnails work, but I haven't done any.
Yeah.
And it'd be really cool to have some.
Yeah. Totally. I agree. I'm actually writing this down in our list of stuff to do.
Talking about thumbnails.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? There's thumbnails on Twitch now too. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but you can put thumbnails in all your highlights.
Yes. I saw that.
Yep.
There's an extra little menu that came up there. I do need to do. Yeah.
And I tell you what, it's a step up on every other pure person on Twitch if you start putting thumbnails on your highlights. I tell you what, seriously, it would be a big deal.
I wonder if you put a thumbnail on Twitch, you hit a button to push it to YouTube, and it pushes the thumbnail also.
Nah, definitely not.
Oh, that would be magic. That would be magic.
That would imply that Twitch knew what was going on and had some sense of.
Yeah, they go. Wait a second. Penguin would want this feature. No way.
No way. Don't do it. Don't do it. Absolutely not. And YouTube would enjoy this feature. Don't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're lucky we have an export to YouTube in the first place.
Absolutely. Oh man, I love that button.
Yeah, that's a great. Like every time I use it, I'm like, "Thank you for this button.
Thank you for this button."
It's like a prayer I do.
Yes.
Thank you for this button.
Thank you for this button. Yep.
Because the only other way to do it is to record locally and then upload, or to download it via a downloader.
Like that, a capture program. You play it, capture it, and then re-upload it.
Right, which is suicidal.
Right.
You could drive a man to
Yeah, if you capture it, then maybe the audio and video get off on the capture.
Any amount of things can happen,
Anything.
and none of them are good. It's
Yeah.
thinking about talking about the audio and video syncing. I have never found something more frustrating than exactly that.
Yeah.
Like if I have a video that I'm editing and I accidentally get the audio tweaked just a little bit wrong, it is impossible to fix. Literally impossible.
Right.
It is just nothing you could do. I have during my time doing Twitch and YouTube, I have never run into anything that's been more frustrating to me. And huge props to the people who do this than video editing. It's just,
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a program that I downloaded for $0 called Resolve,
Oh, interesting.
and I spent maybe 2.5 hours, 3 hours trying to figure out how to use it. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Like just that rage quit moment where you're like, I can't figure this out.
All I want to do is cut, and then cut here, and then smash these two together.
Seems
And I just wanna
simple,
just-
but you're like, why doesn't that work? And
I want to
oh,
divide
man,
this into 3 sections, and I want to move the middle section out, and then
I
I
get
wanna
so
smash
mad
them
so
together.
quick when like my brain knows what I want to do, but I understand what my process would be and what I want it to look like, and I just can't do it. It's like you have paint and you're trying to do your
Yep.
painting thing on with like what is it, oil paint? No, it's the other paint that dries super fast. You're trying to do something with painting and you just cannot physically do it. There's very little that's less frustrating than that.
Yep.
Just that's just how it works. Use Windows Movie Maker. I actually used Windows Movie Maker when I was
Yes.
12 or 14, somewhere in that range, 12 to 14, to make a anime music video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was my very first video I ever
What-
made.
what
It was
anime?
to, I think it was Full Metal Alchemist,
Really?
I want to say. And the song was, I think, Wake Me Up by like 9 Inch Nails or something.
Oh, Wake Me Up by Wham.
No.
Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on
Wake
like a
me
yo-yo.
up before you go, girl. Is that the song?
Let me move
It was
you
like
down here.
like some punk rock band.
Yeah, I'm
But I
still
did
not
it
looking
by-
in the right spot.
He was a nin or something like that.
I'm moving you back to
Just
where
moving
you
it.
were here.
All right,
Yeah.
don't touch me. Okay, Wake Me Up is
Yeah.
Evanescence. Was it? I don't. It wasn't Evanescence though.
Wake me up
was-
inside.
It was some stupid band. It was some bad band.
Oh.
And of course you did that. I used Movie Maker to make a Lego stop motion movies. That stop motion I hear is the most intensive type of movie creation. No,
That's horrible. That's horrible to do.
no, it's horrible. Yeah, right. It's just like move.
It's torture.
Picture,
It's
move,
torture.
Picture, move picture. It's like someone asks, are you recording this? I'm like, recording 30 frames per second, baby. But in stop motion,
Right.
1 frame per like what minute?
Yeah, I
A
just
minute
spent
and a half?
an hour. I just spent
I
an
got-
hour
I got
taking
13
pictures,
seconds.
and I got about 40 frames. So there
Right.
we go. It's a second and a half worth of video, and I go, you know,
It's like drawing on a piece of paper to do
the flip books. The flip books.
book.
Yeah.
You got, but that's even more intensive because the flip book you just flip and draw. This you have to like back up, make sure the lighting's right. And,
Right.
Oh man, I have mad respect for anybody who does anything like that.
And you remember all those? Maybe you don't remember. Maybe as a kid, you might have seen on TV those. There was a stop motion claymation type of deal. Like there's one around Christmas. That's Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, and Santa and all that. That's claymation. Took a zillion. It took.
zillion.
It had to have taken. It had to have taken 5 years to make. I mean,
They lit-
it had to.
So I mean, the one that sticks out to
Had
me
to.
is Tim Burton's Night Before Christmas.
Yes.
That one's insane.
There's no way. There's
Yeah,
no way.
that's not real. Like,
It's
right?
not-
That's fake, right?
Yeah, there's no way.
Like,
There's
someone
no
came
way.
from the future with that. when
Yeah,
they
the
have,
Tim
like,
Burton
time
stuff.
restriction.
Exactly.
Like the Tim Burton stuff. Yeah, that's crazy. That is like a whole new level beyond. Because even when I watched it the first time, I didn't realize it was stop motion.
Right.
Like it's smooth,
It's
and
smooth.
the characters in particular are so well designed. Like they're so. The focus is on the characters, obviously.
Yep.
The background is cool and all, but the actual characters. I don't know how many different models of Jack Skellington they must have had. But
Right. And then
a million.
Pixar comes in and just dunks on everybody. Right.
Yeah, right.
They
With
come
their
in-
computer aided design. Yeah.
And just dunk on
Computer-aided
everybody. Right. Hey,
Just
what's
crazy.
up now? Yeah.
It takes half the amount of time, a hundredth amount of time. It's crazy.
Yep. Pixar just comes in and just smacks everybody. Yeah. Here's the new way to make movies.
They just have a stronger computer, you know. That's what the deal is for that. Like one guy
Yeah.
had a camera, one guy has a supercomputer.
Yep.
I can't imagine. I actually can't imagine having the computers that they have at Pixar. They must be in like a separate rooms because they must get so hot.
I
because they're
mean,
processing so much stuff.
maybe.
No, it has to be like, you know, you hear about the graphics cards, they cost like $2,000.
Yeah.
There has to be like 2 of those in there, right? That's
I mean, or
like
everybody's
like a
got,
bank.
all of them have to have, everybody
right,
has
like
to
a
have them.
bank of them is like, I feel like the computers are like not even. I would love to see the setup over there. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Apparently, Pixar has a really awesome campus. Pixar campus. Oh yeah, there are pictures of the Pixar campus. Life at Pixar. There we go. There's a couple folks who have taken the tour. Let me put that in the chat. That
Life at Pixar, huh?
Life at Pixar.
It's pixar.com/about/life at Pixar.
Yep.
With hyphens in between. Oh god, just Google it. You can find it.
Yeah, and there is anything and everything. They make models. They do walkthroughs. The stuff that they create at Pixar is pretty amazing. They got a cool building too.
I hear a lot of people want to. I like the people express this a lot. They want to work at Pixar. They want to work at DreamWorks, and they want to work at Disney.
Yep.
Those are three big things I hear when people want to go into that kind of thing. I mean, making movies is like our main export, right? For America, that's kind of what we do.
Entertainment. It's got to be.
It's our biggest thing. Culture. I mean, cars. Yeah, sure. We have some cars, but that's not really our thing.
I was thinking about
guns?
that. I was thinking about that.
Israel makes the best guns.
Yeah.
we bring stuff over there from all the time.
I mean the
probably
the
Pixar merged with somebody, right? Actually, didn't that happen recently? Pixar merged with
Disney Pixar merger.
No, please don't say Disney.
Pixar merger.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disney. It is.
Oh my god, they do with Disney?
It is Disney.
Okay.
Yeah, CNN Money.
It's taking over.
Well, 2006 it says Disney buys Pixar. 2006 is the article. CNN Money.
That's old. I thought that was a recent thing that happened. Maybe it was a different company that got recently bought.
Maybe.
So Pixar's been destroyed, dominated, devastated, used by Disney, just doing the same thing.
Or has done the exact same thing and has made a cajillion dollars.
Yeah. Just owned by Disney now. It doesn't matter.
Because, I mean, there is one thing that Disney knows exactly how to do. Make piles and piles of
money.
Cash.
Loves it. They know how to do it. Like they have. Oh, you have something that people want. Give me that.
Let's do it.
Let's market it.
Let's do it.
Let's do the whole thing. If people want this, we can make it cost so much. We met up with the Sims.
Yep.
And we've now organized with them.
The Sims.
To make as much money as possible from a singular idea.
I know you like the Sims.
Mm-hmm.
I have a deal for you.
Oh, yeah.
$20. That gets you.
$3.
That gets you 3 pairs of pants.
3 pairs of pants.
1 new pet, and 2 new locations, so you can go interact with 2 new buildings. Huh?
Yeah, definitely. Easy, right? I know you like cars. I'll sell you each tire individually with tax, and then I'll sell you the body, and then all the other bits will come separately too.
Right.
So.
Oh my goodness.
I hope you got a lot of money.
Yeah. Those housewives, I swear, man.
Well, they got, they're just using Clowntown money. They're using
yeah.
Clowntown's out doing work, using the Clowntown money. All right.
I'll just go ahead and just sip my little Chardonnay here while I clickety click and just gonna build my little dream home right here.
Give the dream home. Give myself purple hair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very fit. I'm a firefighter at the same time, and in the military, and also an astronaut, and also a superhero.
And in my part time, I write books and I publish them.
I'm a sculptor and a painter too. I have max skill.
Skill. Yep.
Yeah, good. This is why Sims is fun because it's escapism in its most pure.
Oh, dude,
form.
I dominated the last Sims game. I did
dominated because there's a rating. Of how
I dominated. I had one super dude who maxed. I think he maxed in 5 different careers.
Okay.
And then I jumped over to I jumped over to something like creative, and then did music, art, writing, some other stuff, and then jumped over to the relational one. So I put the wood to all the other women in the neighborhood. And then I jumped up.
Jesus Christ! How long are you talking about this Sims? Dude. I didn't know you were that into the Sims. I can't remember last thing I did in the Sims. Last streamer I watched playing the Sims found as many people as she could and put them in a box and watched them die. That's what she was.
Oh
doing
yeah,
in
yeah.
The
I didn't.
Sims.
Yeah. There's
Jeez.
way you I mean, that one you got to put those people in jail. That's torture. But yeah, that's what I just made Super Dude, and then after like the third or fourth one, I went, okay, I'm done. All right.
Yeah. See, I feel like min maxers aren't meant to play Sims. Like they play Sims and they're like, all right, I did the thing. All right, I'm done. But I think people who are like don't have a goal or anything like that, they just do whatever. They enjoy the game, however. I think that's an interesting. Okay, I want to have that feeling more often because I'm always like, I have to do it the best way possible, and I can never divert from that. Like I can't be like, let's just mess around. Like even if I'm literally in mess around mode, I fight myself so hard to not be in mess around mode anymore.
Right.
Like it's a constant thing that's happening, and I do the same thing that you do on Sims. Like I'm gonna make the best dude ever, and he's gonna be the best at this, and he's gonna be strong, and he's gonna have all the women, and he's gonna have all the men too. He's gonna have whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And then I do it a bunch, I get burned out, and I don't play it ever again.
He's gonna have this 3-story house that juts up out of the neighborhood like a tower.
It's gonna be so sick. It's gonna be so sick. And then I get bored and I move on to something else. And that's usually how that works. But I think that there are people out there who can do the same Sims thing for 7,000 hours and still always play it differently. Yeah. And I want to be that person, but I don't think I can.
No, you can't.
I don't think I have the ability to change.
And I'll tell you what, that pool, we're going to make that pool on the 5th floor. And here we go.
Oh, yeah! It's like, God, I thought you had a pool, man. Or on the 4th floor. Yeah. Let's go.
It's upstairs. Let's go.
Up to the pool. What doesn't even make any sense. Why did you like that? Just because I can.
Because, what's up? What's better than a rooftop pool?
Rooftop pool, baby. It's the best thing. It's not safe.
The only part of the Sims that I ever hacked was the aging part.
Oh yeah, you always turn off aging.
I turn off aging because like I didn't want to invest all this time in this dude and have him die or whatever.
Oh man. So I'm okay with that.
It's not a hack. It's a setting, right? It's console setting. Right?
You just hit, no, it's not even a console setting. It should be available to you. Just
it's a menu setting, right?
It's a menu option. Yeah. So you're not a hacker, content. Okay. Yeah. You're not anonymous. Okay.
Yeah. I say hack.
I hacked it. I changed my resolution. I hacked the game. That's how it works. You double click the top little bar.
Yeah, you think you're a hacker. Yeah.
You think you think you're a hacker. Shoot, what was I saying?
I guess I don't even like modding games either. I mean, it makes me feel like a hacker.
See, I modded a game just recently that. No, okay. I was talking about death. What I don't like about Sims is that when you turn the age thing on, all the other people die too. So if you have like a young character and you play him a bunch, everyone else it's a ghost town. Everybody died.
Right.
I don't like that part, so I turned the aging off too. What I do like about death though, in video games, is that it brings you to a crossroad most of the time. Except in like XCOM maybe, where do you load your old save, or do you continue? Right. So today I was playing RimWorld, and I do have autosaves. And we had 2 viewers die, and it was like I was so close to like no load game, but it makes the story more interesting when there is permanent punishment for what your choices are, and also it gives you that story, a background about what happened to your universe, which is is the best part of video games. Gotta be. It has to be the best part.
So
the organic story.
It's funny you say that. For that reason. That exact reason. So while Ash was out this week, I had, everyone was out, right? So I had a ton of time to work on stuff. I got my office set up better. I cleaned out a bunch of stuff. I did a bunch of jiu-jitsu, did a bunch of other stuff around. Worked on the stream some, but I also had some time to sink into a game and go maybe play around with it and figure out what I was going to do. And I loaded up Darkest Dungeon.
Oh, sweet.
And I started...
Oh, shoot, though.
And
you picked the wrong game for, like, relaxing. That game is too stressful.
I know. I started reading it, and it says, heroes will die.
Yes. You're meant to fail.
You're meant to fail. Don't be sad. You're meant to fail, etc. And I had heard how beautiful this game is and how wonderful it is and how awesome it is. It's awesome. And I went, I'm not ready for it. And I shut it off.
I would have done the same thing. Yeah, I had the same feeling whenever I load up Darkest Dungeon. I'm like, I'm not mentally prepared to play this game right now.
Right, I wasn't.
I have to put it away. Yeah, Darkest Dungeon is super intensely difficult. So the thing that happens with me in Darkest Dungeon is,
Darkest Dungeon is all about. Still never played it. I've loaded it twice, I've loaded it twice.
And you just get to that menu. You're like, oh, never mind. Game dissuades you.
Okay.
So, okay, two things. Total Biscuit, he played the game live on stream. The tutorial, he died. He lost the game on the tutorial.
On the tutorial?
Yeah, no, that can happen. That's like a 15%, 10% chance to happen when you load up the game that your guys just die. Like, you start with 2 guys, and you have to fight some dudes, and it's supposed to be fairly simple. He, on stream, for 1,000 people, 1,500 people, whatever, died right there on tutorial. So, just to get the feels out of the way, TB, sorry, bro. So, for me, what happens when I lose a guy is I go into a rage. This game is so
sucked.
This stupid bull.
God,
it's his fault. It wasn't my fault. I didn't make any bad decisions. Obviously, these guys just suck.
I did everything right.
I did everything right.
I did everything
lose
right.
My mind.
Yeah.
I did lose my mind. Like, that's why I don't play the game as much as I used to. I can't. I lose it.
Yeah.
Like I flip out. Like and there's no loading or anything like that. You're done. Just GG.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's no save. That's right.
No
it did tell me. It said no saves. There's no nothing.
No.
Yeah.
Auto saves all the time, like constantly. It's a pretty light game, which is really good about it. It could probably be on iPad. Is it not on iPad? It should be on iPad. It would really be enjoyable on iPad. It would be enjoyable on anything.
Yeah. See,
anything lighter it could be on to be really good.
Yeah. I got to get into a different mindset if I'm gonna go play something like that. Like
you can play Hardcore Terraria. I will duo with you, Hardcore Terraria.
Rogue Legacy. Did you ever play that?
Yes, I have played that. I rage quit that game too because it's not my fault. This guy sucks. I have a gay, homophobic, unjumping idiot who can't attack except from behind.
Yeah,
like, right. What the hell?
Yeah, or one with no vision. Everything's blurry. Everything's blurry. Yeah.
And it's like, this game is bullcrap.
There's on your screen, I'm looking at my screen, the screen right here, you can see everything else is blurry. So it's just blurry. Within, a 6-foot radius of your character.
He's blind or, can't see.
Short-sighted.
Enemies have range attacks, you know? Like, you have very little health in this game.
Right.
And a great example of a rogue game.
Yeah.
But that's actually a roguelite game. Darkest Dungeon is a rogue game.
For some reason, when I went into Rogue Legacy, no issues.
You okay? You're chill?
Cycle through. I could still build because I would get gold, and then I would invest in upgrades, and I did that, and I cycled through a bunch of those. So that's
the difference between the rogue and the roguelite. Because in a roguelite, when you fail, there is repercussions, but they won't devastate you ever. Like, the game is intended for you to be the worst player ever, and you don't ever really lose the game. In Darkest Dungeon, you straight up can lose. You can just not progress anymore. You will die.
Oh, really?
Yes. If you have a crew of untrained guys, you will start having missions that are impossible for them, and you just won't. You'll run out of money to recruit people, and it won't be possible anymore. In Rogue Legacy, you are always
you just start over.
Yeah, you just start over. That's a rogue game. There's a crucial difference between those two. Or another example of what separates a rogue and roguelite is so you play the game with a single character and you die, you lose everything on that character, but that character has something it adds to the next character.
Yes, that
+1 attack, +1 defense, something like that.
And you build.
And it makes the game easier as you progress. That's a roguelite, not a roguelike. Oregon Trail is a great example of a rogue game where when you die, nothing changes next game. And you lose everything.
How did that term come about then? A rogue game?
Roguelite? A rogue game? Oh, I don't know. I think probably because of Dungeons and Dragons, honestly. I don't know. I'm not sure what the origin of rogue was. And the definitions for everybody are probably different. I'm not sure what Wikipedia says about roguelite or rogue or rogue-esque. There's a lot of things that try to do rogue-type stuff where they punish the player, but they try to make it more accessible, or they prefer to be done in a different way. Let's see, is it other examples?
Is it not Rogue Legacy? I thought Rogue Legacy was kind of the first. It's not the first thing to come along, because that's the first term I'd heard of it. Like
Dungeons and Dragons, like forever ago, is a rogue game where you die, you dead.
Yeah.
Like the game is tough in general in lots of ways.
But I mean Factorio is kind of like that because you can save.
Yeah, so it has rogue elements. Yeah, totally. I mean, see, I guess the separator there between Factorio is the game is not intended to be extremely difficult. Like, it's not meant to have a harsh difficulty level like Darkest Dungeon or Rogue Legacy is meant to be. Mm-hmm. Challenging dungeon crawlers are usually what people call rogue.
Right.
It's just having a tough game. Like Dark Souls is not a rogue game, right? It's a tough game, but you don't have a punishment for dying. Even
Right.
really, you kind of have a punishment. It's kind of a light punishment.
Right. Wonder if I was also wondering in Rogue Legacy if I would ever run out of family members.
I don't think you do.
I don't think you do. Right. You start with a painting, and then it says it's your son, his son, and you can kind of choose which son
goes
takes
on. Right.
Yeah.
Now, Viper Zero gives a quote here. Roguelike is a subgenre of role-playing games characterized by identity crawl through procedure-generated game levels, turn-based gameplay, tile-based graphics, and permanent death of the player character. Interesting. Is that from Wikipedia? See, I don't feel like that fits in what we talk about Rogue anymore, or what people label Rogue. Like, I bet you RimWorld is labeled a Rogue and has no dungeon crawling aspects. Let me see if I...
And you can wipe in RimWorld, right? Right?
Oh yeah, you could just you straight up lose most of the time in RimWorld. Like 9 out of 10 of the games I play, I don't even get to save. I just die.
What difficulty were you on?
Normal difficulty. It's called rough. Game developers everywhere, stop giving your difficulties stupid names. Very easy, normal,
medium, hard, nightmare.
There you go.
Okay.
Did it.
Yeah. All right.
Inferno,
Right.
Whatever.
All right.
The last one can be whatever.
The last one can be insane, nightmare,
Inferno,
turbo,
impossible. Don't do it.
Lots
whatever.
of tears.
Right, anything. It doesn't matter because we can understand. The
Slap your mom. You know,
the very easy, normal, hard, difficult, or whatever.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Make those standard. Make those standard. And then do.
Oh, interesting. Viper says the 1980 game Rogue is considered the forerunner and the namesake of the genre.
Oh, is there a 1980 game Rogue? I don't understand
Yeah,
that.
apparently. I haven't heard of it.
Okay. Rogue 1980. I'm just going to type in 1980. There you go.
Let's see if the tags.
Oh, okay. There's actual images for it. I do not remember this at all. I have not played this.
I don't know. I guess RimWorld is not tagged as Rogue at all.
Huh.
Base building survival strategy. Badger difficulty. Yeah. It's annoying. It's the only reason I asked that is because it's annoying to translate to somebody what difficulty you're playing on. Because the difficulty is called rough.
Rough, right.
That's not even... so there's a difficulty above that says challenging. And it's like, this is the way RimWorld was meant to be played. So is that normal? Or is that... I don't know.
Right. And I don't... Yeah, Badger. The last one could be Badger.
The last one, just Badger. When I get a Badger game, don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, I think...
So the last level of RimWorld is just a RimWorld. The last level of Dark Souls, just Dark Souls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rogue Legacy difficulty. See, that would be frustrating for me, though, because then I'd always want to play on that difficulty.
Oh, be like right, because you would name it. Okay, this is how it's meant to be played.
Meant to be played. Right. The meant to be played thing is pretty important to me because I feel like if someone puts a lot of time and effort to creating their game, I should play it the way they want me to play it initially, at least, before I mod it or do anything else like that.
Right.
Because you dedicated your time, your life, your effort, your tears, blood, and sweat to this game. You're my bro, right? You made a game for me. I like playing it. I know I paid you and all, but still.
Okay, so here's my question for you.
Mm-hmm. Give it to me.
It's a great question for the gamers in the.
You can't call your own question a great question. That's not how
it is, though.
So you give it to me, like, oh, it's a great question, Clowntown.
No.
Yeah? No.
It's great.
Yes. No. Yes.
That's
Can
great.
you hear me? Can you hear? I can hear you.
I can hear you. You hear me? When you get a game and you've never played it before, it looks interesting, and you bought it or you didn't buy it. Maybe the question is different if you bought it or you didn't. And you have those. Say you have 4: easy, normal, hard, and insane. Right?
Okay. Just got the game.
Okay. Where do you start?
Easy. Lowest level of difficulty.
All the time?
All the time.
Okay, and no matter which one you choose, okay, say there's a tutorial first, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a tutorial of, maybe that's the demo, right? Your tutorial, and then you have easy.
If it's a good tutorial, yeah.
Easy, normal, hard, and badger, right?
Right. I always do the tutorial.
You always do the tutorial, and then you start out with easy.
Yep. What do you start out with?
I'm torn. Half of my life, I started out with easy, and then I got too comfortable, and I said, no.
I gotta do normal.
I gotta at least start out with normal. I may even start out with hard and just grit my way through, power through it, and learn on hard, and that way, okay. So here's Viper Zero comes in.
I always start game on the hardest difficulty. Sure,
right?
You're dumb. But my thing is, you're dumb because difficulty does not mean enjoyment. Games for me
Yes.
are to be enjoyable.
Right.
Now, there's a separator between artificial difficulty and actual difficulty. Artificial difficulty is in this level is a little bit too easy. I'm a game designer. This level is a little bit too easy. I'm going to time myself doing it, and I'm going to put a time limit on the level by making a wall move.
Oh, right.
So now the game is just more difficult just because I wanted to make the level harder and I wanted to make the game longer. This is something very common with older games because the games are very short. So they made it so that freaking Mario can only make that jump by like the most microscopical margin.
Right.
So those things are not fun for me. I don't enjoy those things. However, I do enjoy challenge. The reason I start off on the easiest mode, especially with first-person shooter games, is because how developers make their game more difficult is usually bad. They make them enemies have more HP, make more bullet spongy, they make them take more damage. They do things to make the game more difficult because they want to have difficulty settings, not because they want to make the game fun.
Right. Or there's 3 triggers in those, right? There is harder enemies, bullet sponging, right? Mm-hmm. There's less power-ups and less, supplies along the way.
Yeah, which is not as fun. I want to be able to throw lots of grenades and shoot my gun a lot.
And
Why
then,
am I playing a shooting game without shooting my gun?
And then in the spot where you would have 3 demons, you now have 5. And then
Which
on the
I'm okay with that.
next difficulty, you have 7.
Right. I'm okay with that. More targets to shoot? Okay. That's all right. I would much rather have a lot more enemies than bullet spongy enemies. Because I want I guess this is my actions to be more impactful regardless of the difficulty level.
Oh,
the way the XCOM works for difficulty level is it adds more enemies, it makes them more accurate, but does not reduce your damage or give them more HP.
I'm laughing at the chat.
Objective opinions.
Objective opinions. That is fantastic. That's exactly right.
That's an oxymoron. I
You're
don't
wrong.
know what that means.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. I'm right. Oh, that's right. I did tell Viper that. Good job. You're wrong. No, it is.
That's great. That is a perfect way to describ you.
My objective opinion.
You have objective opinions. You're wrong.
Very
You're
objective.
dumb. I mean,
you're dumb. You're wrong. You're not as smart as me.
Right. So I checked out my follow age in your chat. That showed me how long I've been following you as a streamer, and I followed you the day I saw you wrap that tape around your face.
My face. Yep. Good highlight right there.
That was great. And it's been 3 months and change. Believe that?
Wow. Only really? 3 months and change? No, that's not right.
That's not right. That's not right. I might have unfollowed.
Yeah, you definitely.
Oh, I did. I had 6 months, maybe. Had
maybe
to be
even longer. Yeah, at least 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah, that feels like an eternity for me. The last that I remember that. But it feels
it can't be 3 months because you've been out of your job for more than that.
Yeah, 3 months now. I've been out of work.
Yeah.
I've been out of work.
Oh, you've been in work.
I've been in work. I got an actual job I love now.
Yeah.
Dutch remembers that too.
But you remember. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah. Dutch. I remember Dutch was in there. I remember Stone Age Marcus, I think, was
Dutch,
in there.
you made me do that? Did you?
Yeah.
Stone Age recently visited too.
Yeah, someone in the chat just made that proclamation and said, "Hey, we need start playing with the green screen." And sure enough, starts wrapping.
I was like, "Okay,
all right,
got it. I'm on it."
and then you're going, "All right, I'll do it for tips. I don't care.
Yeah, that's fine. You throw money at me. You guys want me to shave my head? All right, I'm down."
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, if someone had to describe you, I guess in say the last 6 months that I've known you, objective opinions.
Yeah, sure, totally. I'm buying that for real. Like he'll come into my channel and be like, "Hey, Badger, I feel this way." I'm like, "No, you're wrong. I feel this way. You're wrong." I'll start off. I will lead with, "You are incorrect. You are just not there. You haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah,
you're wrong.
Right.
And this is why."
That's a great one. That's a great one.
And then I don't read chat.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. You'll stay. Okay. Whatever. Back to the game. And here we're gonna go. Ignore it.
Perfect. Moving on.
Yeah, I'm very much torn on what difficulty to start out on. I also, at least as a young gamer, I would always start out with the easiest mode.
See, I think I was the opposite. As a young gamer, I was always wanting the harder mode.
Right. See, and then I'd get too comfortable with it, and then by the time I went up to harder difficulty, I was a puss, and I wouldn't be ready. Right. I wouldn't be ready for the hard challenge.
What game do you remember going up to a hard difficulty and having a lot of problems with?
I don't know if I did. Let me look back in my Let's see if there's
I
a
don't think I
Steam
can
game.
recall one either. I mean, I think Rimroll is going to be definitely a game that has a harder. Like in Expert Mode Terraria, I was like, this is awesome. Like Expert Mode Terraria is really well done. So going to a harder difficulty on that is not a big deal.
I stopped Terraria. The infamous time I stopped Terraria once I got to hard mode because it was too hard. Me and my friend went, "This sucks. We're out of here," and we quit playing.
This is too hard.
It's hard.
It's hard mode.
It's called hard mode. It's hard.
Yeah, hard mode is the difficulty curve. That gets
And
we
just didn't do it.
That's your awesome. I can think of a game that I increased the difficulty of. BioShock is a game to me.
BioShock, maybe, yeah, that might be one.
I turned difficulty level up and I hated it.
Maybe.
Actually, I think I started on the hardest difficulty level on BioShock actually, and I hated it.
Yeah.
Things take so much damage. So much damage.
Yeah. I'm looking at games I haven't played in forever, and I want to say.
Yeah, let me get a Steam list too.
I'm going to
Games
Steam
I
list.
turned up difficulty of. Oh, Total War is a great one. I played Total War all the time on the hardest difficulty setting. It is brutal.
Oh,
brutal.
I have never played Total War.
It's a fun game. I have 300 hours in Rome 2, and the hardest difficulty setting is just like death. It's absolutely painful. Ugh. Like, enemies are just stronger than you are. Civ 5 is also a game that's impossible at the highest difficulty setting. Like 0.5% of players.
Oh, yes, that's a great example. All the civs, the civilizations. I do remember those where for my civilizations, I would play on pretty easy, and I'd get all good. I get all this technology. I get used to being lazy with my research or something. And then I'd crank it up a level or two, and then I'm sitting there in 1750, right? And someone shows up with like a battleship off my coast, and I'm going, oh, I'm screwed. I'm so screwed. And I'm going, oh man, I have been playing wrong the whole time.
I want to play Civ with you now, just to even more to wreck you harder.
I'm
be my main focus.
I'm a lazy civer, so
All the games are there.
I'm a casual civer, I guess you would say.
I only have 1,000 hours.
Yeah, sitting there in the trying to play the real world scenario, and the Chinese show up with a battleship off my coast, and I'm still I'm still sailing around in triremes or whatever.
Triremes.
Yep.
Civ was great fun, and
Yep.
it has an insane difficulty level. But that's a great example of an artificial difficulty level, because it's just the only change is that the AI gets to produce military units twice as fast or 3 times as fast at the highest difficulty level.
Really?
Like, yeah, it's just the AI doesn't change. It doesn't have a different strategy. It just gets triple building, triple hammers. Starts off with a settler, 2 workers, a scout, 2 warriors.
The
Like,
starting thing is huge.
It is huge, right?
It's huge.
I mean, it's the only way to beat the AI is to outplay it massively, because you start at a disadvantage. It's not fun to me to have that gigantic disadvantage, because it doesn't make the game the same as it would be if you played against humans.
Did we talk about Left 4 Dead?
No. The AI cheats on prints too. The AI cheats pretty much always.
Cheats
on Civ 5. You have to go. It cheats, yeah, right. Like, it has bonuses to just doing things. Like it modifies itself to be better at ways that the designers understood it was bad at.
Right.
Now, people have tried to tell me that AI in video games is so good that no human being could beat an AI that was seriously playing Civ. That's like the wrongest thing ever. Computers suck at video games. They are terrible. You are better than the AI in pretty much in any game. Like, computers can't even beat people in Go, let alone Civ 5. Okay?
Right. Yeah.
Like, just different story. Very limited amount of circumstances that can happen. Civ 5 is like just the randomization of the map in itself destroys any artificial intelligence that could come play on.
Cheats. Yeah.
It has to
the
cheat.
AI gets stuff normally that would break the rules in Civ. Yeah. So yeah, cheats.
It doesn't have to pay unit maintenance for one, which is ridiculous. And there's an infinite amount of things they can play about Civ 5. Yeah, it's like killing their units doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah.
Human improvisation is the secret sauce. Agreed.
Oh, well, sure. I mean, you think about just a game like Terraria, right? You can kite zombies around, and the reason why you make a trap, and they walk into it.
You exploit the artificial intelligence already in place.
Done, right? Done.
That's actually a great example. Yeah, that's totally a great example of how players can as soon as you make an AI, no matter how good the AI is, it always has its limitations, and the player kind of outboxes. It like stays in the edge and looks at what the AI is doing,
right?
And then it understands. Oh, the AI can't throw that left jab after a right jab, so every time the right jab comes out, player's like, ha ha ha, I got you.
Yeah,
and exploits that weakness over and over and over and over and as hard as it can.
Right.
You can't make an AI that's going to be interesting, and that's why artificial difficulty is such a thing that happens all the time.
Did you ever play Left 4 Dead?
I did. Love Left 4 Dead.
Loved it?
The AI on those zombies is non-existent, basically. Right. They run at you.
Next, you want to do that next combo stream?
You want to do Left 4 Dead? Okay, yeah. Which one? Left 4 Dead 2 or Left 4 Dead 1?
I have both. I haven't played either of them in a zillion years. We should do it. We should do it with. We should pull your subs in if they have it.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, totally.
I've been hankering.
Other people.
I've been hankering for some a four man killer. Yeah,
I would like that way more than playing Payday.
Viscera. Viscera's different. Viscera's different. We're not killing.
Yeah, Viscera's a more chill experience.
Yeah,
I think Left 4 Dead would be pretty chill.
Left 4 Dead would be good. Cool.
Yeah,
okay.
I like that. Good idea.
Yeah.
Did you get Left 4 Dead 2? Sweet. No, you can't come though. You're not allowed.
Oh, Dutch has it. Oh, we're out. Let's go back. Let's go with Payday.
We're dropping out.
Payday.
So multiplayer is actually a good thing to talk about at the same token of difficulty, because with multiplayer difficulty,
yes,
it's basically impossible to level the playing field. If you have things public and anybody can play against anybody, what happens is you get a new player playing against a Masters player, top 0.1% of players, and it becomes not fun for either party. So what you have to do is you have to have a ranking system, and then the ranking system stresses people out to the point where they don't play anymore.
Yeah.
That's so. How do you get away with that? You hide the ranking system, and then people don't know it's going on, and people will still play the game. The multiplayer thing can be balanced, but also extremely frustrating for people, I think.
Right.
Because you're a ranked league player. Probably the one thing you complain about all the time is having teammates who don't know what they're doing. But the reality of the situation is the matchmaking system works almost flawlessly, right? It matches you with people who are exactly your skill level, or rather, it matches the team's skill level almost exactly, except for things out of his control, like communication and stuff like that. Viper says, designers, make sure that feeling when you as a player recognize that you can attack after a left job is amazing. Interesting. Okay, Zero. So you design an AI that purposely has faults and then focus on making those faults incredible.
Right. So check out the stream right now on if you guys are looking at or Badger look at Beam, but this is the absolute perfect illustration of single player and how a human can overcome the AI, have every single gun, have all the power ups, and then go into multiplayer and think you're just so awesome, and then you just get murdered.
Yep, multiplayer is an extremely different experience to. I mean, it's like single player shooting.
This happened in every Quake and every Doom and all that because they had a single player campaign, and there'd be these guys that would come in. Hey, I'm awesome at that game, and me and my buddies who are were Quakers, and we would look. Hey, let's come LAN party with us. And he jumps in, and this dude's they're just in tears. Yeah,
it's like, what? I did so well in the campaign. It was so fun. I enjoyed it so much.
I'm just going to tag you with my railgun from across the map 6 times.
6 times. Boop, 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 boop.
Spawn camp you. Yep.
Oh, man.
It's like, all right,
well, I downloaded LF. What was LF a few weeks ago?
Left 4 D? Left?
No, LF.
LF?
Lima Foxtrot. I like a fish. Larry. No. Anyways, it's a great illustration. I find multiplayer. Do you prefer multiplayer of PvP or PvE?
Usually PvE because I'm a bit more chilled. And I'm.
So it's stressful to play against other humans, right? You always want to win.
Totally is.
Right? You always want to win.
But I'm ready for it with Overwatch, and I'm ready for it with TF2.
TF2, I was gonna say, it's like I get in a TF2 game, it doesn't even matter. Like it doesn't even cross my mind that's multiplayer. It's like whatever. Doesn't matter if I die, really. I do love capturing the flag in TF2.
Yeah, I like the payloads the most. Do
you do payload? I usually do capture the flag.
Yeah, I did payloads, and Yeah, my guy was the heavy, and
Oh, yeah?
I had the same. Okay, it was pretty cool because there's this one server that I used to play on a lot, and they kept stats and analytics on, hours and shots and kills and all this, and I had every heavy record for the longest time. And these guys were really good. There was a couple players that played in tournaments and stuff and were just dominant. Like there was a sniper in there that was just murderous. And of course, I'm the slowest thing and the largest thing there with this giant noggin.
Yeah, giant head. Bloop.
So
look at the size of that boy's head.
I absolutely got better at the heavy because that dude was in there, and I would just kind of poke one eye out and look around the corner. Done.
Okay.
Right. So I had to learn to be a good heavy because we had some powerful dudes in there.
That makes sense.
But
it's be around the people that you want to be like. Play against the best if you want to be the best.
Absolutely.
For sure. Totes my goods.
Yeah,
That's how it works. So I'm interested in picking up Overwatch mostly because you're gonna be playing it and all the relaunch people are playing it. Seems like it'd be pretty fun to get in there.
Yeah, Ox wants me to play it too. He's like, "Hey man, grab some Overwatch, grab some of that. Let's go. Let's get in there. Let's do it one night."
He plays a lot of shooting games, so.
Apparently, Ox did really well. His team made it to the finals in Counter-Strike last weekend.
That's cool. I didn't know
he was on a tournament. Viper Zero probably knows more about it than I do, but he did a VOD of there's at least a VOD out there of his team in the finals. Yeah, they did very well. So
that's pretty cool. He probably got carried, but I mean it's whatever.
No, he's no joke, man. He's no joke, man. Oh, Viper Zero wants me to play it too. Yeah. So I'll probably pick up Overwatch once I have a little bit more maybe clear time, or if it goes on sale for any amount of whatever.
They went to the grand final.
The grand final. Oh yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, it was a crazy set.
Second place then, huh? That's intense.
Yeah, the rest of the bracket they lost at like game 4. Yeah. Anyway, that would be a cool experience. He streamed a bunch of it, and it was just a giant dark room with the windows foiled and curtained up, and I mean just a sea of LAN of computers and humanity. Just
nasty,
stinky gamers. Nobody's showering. Everybody's sleeping everywhere. Probably piles of food everywhere. And then there's people in the background announcing this game is coming up at this order at this time. If you want to be in the Overwatch tournament, would have been good. Cool. Would have been fun to go to. Have you
ever been to a tournament or anything like that? Like a
computer
game tournament?
Not like that. Not that I've ever.
Not me either.
I don't know. I was never really invested the time. I think probably if I would have gone, I would have gone in TF2 or Counter-Strike 1.6 back in the day. I got pretty good at that.
I think if I would ever do something like that, I would want to do StarCraft.
Maybe. That'd have been a good one.
That would have been really cool to do StarCraft. Like, I played a ton of StarCraft when I was a kid. I played it when I was like, I didn't even understand that there was like a competitive scene where people got good at StarCraft and did things. Like, I had tournaments and stuff. Like, I didn't know that was a thing. Like, when Sean Plott was out there getting world champion of the United States.
That's another one where this picture is right.
World champion of the United States?
Is StarCraft on single player versus StarCraft in multiplayer?
No, yeah, that's not even comparable.
Yeah,
it's a wholly different.
You can get so lazy in StarCraft single player.
Oh, yeah, totally. You know exactly what's going to happen when they're going to attack you. You kind of, Blizzard makes a good game as far as enjoyment single player wise, right?
Yeah, it's fun. Single player is great.
Yeah, it's always really fun. Campaign is always really enjoyable. And the second that you get into the PvP, it's like a whole different experience. Like, there is nothing there for Blizzard to tell you what is going on. You better figure it's a fist fight in the most pure form via the internet. Like, using StarCraft to decide things is totally legitimate. All right, like, who gets the last freaking turkey bone? Like, I want it. All right, StarCraft me for it. Yeah, and then boom, there you go. You get basically like a way to get into a fist fight without hurting each other. You know, like, it's pretty visceral, and it requires a lot of physical and mental.
You gotta focus. Yeah, you gotta focus.
You gotta be in there. You gotta be doing it.
You gotta be
StarCraft is awesome. Like, I love it. Like, it's easily the best strategy game in the world, right? If I weren't so lazy.
Yeah.
Like, you have to actively play it.
Yeah. Well, I
And it's a game
mean,
where you play, and then what you do doesn't matter. It's just gone. Like you start
Right.
over again.
Right.
It doesn't matter. You didn't make any progress. You didn't get any new stats. You might have got a little nifty achieve if you did something cool, but you don't get to keep anything.
Right.
That's it. It's done.
top games
Sounds
are still Dota 2 and League of Legends for strategy game.
For strategy,
Or I mean,
that's
whatever you call
Counter-Strike's
those.
strategy game. That's a MOBA. That's what it is.
MOBA?
That's what we call it. Yeah, MOBA. Oh god, what
Multi?
does the MOBA stand for? I can't remember.
Multi, online.
Battle Arena. Thank
Battle
you.
Arena.
Multiplayer online Battle Arena.
Okay.
That's what MOBA is. Sorry.
All right.
Shady, give me some of your dinner, please.
Then
That's
top five.
strategy game.
Yeah, top 5 on
That's-
Twitch is Dota, League of Legends, and Smite is not in the 15, but that's similar, right? That's
Yeah, it's MOBA.
it's
Yeah, it's
type-
MOBA.
yeah. And then third is World of Warcraft, fourth is Counter-Strike, fifth is Hearthstone.
Hearthstone, yeah.
Hearthstone's
Mostly-
interesting because of your build. It's the modern day Magic the Gathering, which by the way,
Right.
Magic the Gathering is number 8 on this list, so it's still around. You're still
It's interesting. It's interesting that card games do so well with on that format.
Yeah.
I think the reason it does is because of how it works. In that, it's your turn. You play some cards, which you probably already decided on previously, like before the turn was over.
Right.
And then you wait. And then the waiting there, I think, is why it's so good for streamers, because it gives you time set every single time to do other things.
right.
To talk to your audience, to do stuff, and you could be actively playing. And then also it has the pro gamer aspect where people are super hyped about it. There's a lot of stuff going on. You can actually make money playing the card game.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff.
I like the idea of having I didn't know this about myself until about a year ago, but I like the idea of having a random set thrown at me. And
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
on how to deal with it, right?
Yes.
And maybe even going against
that's
the
how most
opponent,
people play.
right?
That's how most people play. So what
by-
most people do is they take their decks, they combine them,
Yeah.
and then they randomly draw from this decks.
right.
That's what most people do.
So I do
good because
have
the
a
whole-
set of cards. I have
For what,
the cards
Magic?
or Hearthstone, whatever it is, right? Hearthstone
Okay.
or Magic. I have a set of cards that I'm taking in here, but what order I draw them and which ones I come up first and last and which ones that are clumped together is still a random chance of what I'm going to get when.
Right.
So then, based on that, I can now react and just play the hand I'm dealt, right, as best I can and make those decisions.
And then what you really want to do is you want to remove that guy spent $3,000 on his deck from the equation.
Right.
It shouldn't matter how much money the other guy spent. It should be about who's better at understanding and dealing with the cards that are dealt to them.
Right, and that's a hard
think-
thing to do because in any card
it-
game, I mean, even when with the physical cards before the online cards, right?
Right.
There was an element of I went out and bought a bunch of rares, and now I have just some powerful cards that I can go use against you.
So there actually is a perfect solution, which most people do, and that's so there's a couple different ways to do this, but they can't use constructed decks. So constructed is where you do that thing where you spend $3,000 on the best deck that you think is possible, and then you go and you fight with that deck repeatedly. There's tons of different ways you can do this, where you can take 10 unopened packs of cards of random sets and then open them, and then everybody draws or whatever.
That's one way. That's one way to do it too.
I forget what that's called, but that eliminates the whole I spent $300 on it. So.
It's you pay $10 to enter the tournament. $5 goes towards the cards that you open. You just bought you bought a starter deck, and then you tear them all open. You can sneeze?
No. I'm good.
Oh, okay. I was gonna sneeze. Oh, it'd have been awesome. You don't have to sneeze out here.
No, I would have muted it anyway.
No, yeah, you don't mute it.
So on Hearthstone, you can do, I think it's called draft pick.
Yes,
something
draft
like
pick.
that.
Right.
Booster draft.
Booster
yes,
draft.
That's what it's called, Master Gimpy. Thank you. There's like draft pick on the Hearthstone too, where you just get random cards that you may or may not own. That's my favorite way to play Hearthstone.
All right.
Constructed is fun too because I get to play Priest.
There's another game that interested me a bunch. It's called Hand of Fate. Did you ever see that one?
Yeah, I only know about it because of Turtle Biscuit, but Turtle Biscuit loves Hand of Fate.
Yeah.
It's
Same
very
thing.
similar to what we were talking about. Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of a I don't know if it's not first person. It's not first person, third person type of thing where you go around and you chop swords, and it's a fighter type of thing.
I don't think I actually watched it. I've heard about it.
Yeah, Hand of Fate is super interesting. I don't know if it was well done. I haven't played it since I bought my new computer in February, but I had some frame rate issues with it when I first.
Oh, did you? Wow, really?
Yeah, when I first bought it, so I didn't really get a good experience with it. I don't think it's first person as I recall.
It's called Arena Mode in Hearthstone that does that type of thing.
Arena mode, you do a draft, right? So yeah, in Hand of Fate, you start out with a dude, and you kind of work your way through this adventure, and then you meet the card master or whatever his name is, and he pulls 3 cards.
The Bookmaster?
Bookmaster, Fate Master, Ring Master, Gatekeeper,
the Ring Bearer,
Keymaster.
So do you start with a dude? You start making more dudes at some point?
No, I don't think so.
You're not making more dudes?
No, you go through and you can find equipment in the world, right? You find gold or whatever, and then you can you meet him at the end of this little one map.
Wait, this is a card game, right?
No, it's like
Hand of Fate, not a card game.
Kind of is. So I'm finna to explain to you. So you go through and you go through this. You start out with this arena and you go fight your way through it.
And the pop you in the nose.
And then you meet the card master, and then he draws 3 cards from this deck. And
from his deck, how dare he?
And then one of them is the next arena. The next arena you can go to, and it's a choice of 2 or 3. Like I can go to the poison fields, or I can go to the cactus, or whatever, I don't know, or the trap.
The cactus area.
The cactus area.
Hey, you should be a game designer. Damn.
Yeah.
The cactus area. That's a genius.
Cactus. Ouch. I can't touch any. I can't touch anything.
I can't touch any cactuses.
One of them is like a sword. One of them is like a sword or a shield, and you may not need a sword or a shield. And then the other one is like a bonus strength or a bonus something.
Strength +1.
So then you take your new stuff, and then you can choose. Okay, do I go into the cactus area, or do I go in this area?
Screw the cactus area, man. Right. This place is OP. It's cactus are too strong. You can't attack it.
Cactus.
Stupid cacti.
Anyway,
cacti.
I thought that was interesting because you also, you can make it through, and you can do what you can with what you can. Then you get some random element. You make some more decisions, and you go do what you can with what you can, and you kind of work your way through this choose your own adventure. And in the end, every choice there ends up being 128 choices you could have made. That started with the choice way back here to get the sword instead of the bucket of gold, right, or whatever it is. Or
does it show you those things?
No, well, kinda. It shows you as you progress through. There's like levels of ways you can path through it. Anyway, I thought it was super interesting.
It doesn't seem very interesting at all. It seems very boring.
Hey.
It seems like anything. It seems like game stuff. Something random happened to me. Oh, who'd have thought? Like that random thing. It's like playing Diablo and I get a random drop. I was like, yeah, that's cool.
But there's some decision points in there too to say I want this random thing to happen. I want to choose this random thing versus that random thing.
Well, I mean, okay, so I'm playing Diablo and something drops and I get a choice of one of the items or not. That's like, doesn't seem very interesting.
Look, party pooper.
I heard this game was good, but it sounds dumb, to be honest. I thought it was a card game, and now it's a third-person hack and slash with the Bookmaster who whips out his deck in front of me and then slaps me with it, and then I have to make a choice about
it's a giant deck. Floats around the air.
He's got 60 cards in that mother.
It levitates. He's doing this stuff right here, and he's like doing this with his hands.
He's cupping him.
And it's floating. All the cards are floating around.
Oh my god, is it like slapping you in the face? Slapping him in the face?
You got to dodge. You got to dodge.
Did I hit B to dodge?
Whoa.
It seems, I don't know, that seems very interesting. I have to look at this now to see if this is just like a board game or not.
I think I grabbed it on sale for $5 or $7.
Oh, really?
Played it I played a couple times.
Is that like the dollars that is like the euro? No, the euro. What is the thing that Britain has? The pound.
The pound.
Now that the Brexit has happened, it's the dollar instead of the pound.
Yeah.
Because why? I don't know.
I don't even know.
I can't. The Brexit thing still is weird to me. I thought it was a joke initially. Like I thought it was like a Rick Astley thing. I thought people were getting never going to give you up super hard, but apparently they secede from the EU, and I don't even know.
So what was in it? So I can tell you why it was there. Apparently something like 60% of the court cases in London were based on EU laws that are enacted, not English laws. And so there was this enormous burden of English lawmakers to have to deal with European guidelines and all the European, agreements with the EU, and a lot of folks were sick of it. Like, I don't want any. EU says
you got tired of working.
EU guidelines says I can't have a plastic bag to take my groceries in on the way home because in the EU we want to reduce plastic usage.
Right.
Well, crap. Well, I didn't choose.
I'm inconvenienced by that.
Yeah, I'm in England and I didn't choose that. EU chose that
This
for
would
me.
be like if America was like, "Hey, no more plastic bags. We can't have that anymore. It's we're trying to cut down on pollution." And Texas was like, "No, we secede."
It's very similar.
We would get invaded like right now.
Right.
If we switched to the European Union with America,
Yeah.
Britain would be invaded by the rest of Europe right now. We would be like, no, that's not allowed. You can't just leave. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
Okay, we control the federal army here, but I
Right.
guess the EU doesn't have that kind of thing. It seems nonsensical to have been part of a bigger group and then just backed out of it.
That's one part of it. The other part was the rest of the EU was wanting to push immigrants, specifically Syrians, into hey England, why aren't you taking your fair share of these refugees? And England's going,
right.
no,
thank
look
you.
what's happening in Germany. Germany's getting overrun by these guys who don't speak our language, don't want to assimilate, are unemployable, and England's really pushing back.
Right. Well, I mean, it sucks to suck, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's the immigration thing is really tough for me because I feel like everybody should be able to move around however they want to, but I also understand that, for example, Norway could not take on a ton of other people
For sure.
randomly and have its things work. It would
Yeah.
fall apart like almost immediately if it was like open immigration, right?
Right. But then, but at the same time, you also have to say, that when you agree to go into Norway, you have to say, all right, I'm going to agree to Norwegian customs
to be Norwegian now.
I'm going to assimilate into Norwegian culture. I'm going to,
Absolutely.
I'm going to submit myself to Norwegian government. And for the Syrian refugees, that is not what's going on. They're going, no, we're going to set up our own camp and we're going to run things our way in our little area. And so
No, bad.
That's
refugees.
That's what's happening in Germany, and Germany's got a big problem. And Germany and France, they've got a big problem. And England is looking over there going, you guys got a big problem. We don't want any of that. So no.
So goodbye.
Right?
I mean, I guess you got to do what you got to do. I don't know a lot about the situation, honestly.
Yeah. So
Maybe,
that immigration is a piece of it. The plastic bag, inconvenient stuff is that's just an example. That sort of thing.
Right.
Plus the bog down of the court system and the legal system and Parliament is having to deal with all these things and how the EU laws apply to Britain now. There's a lot of, hey, we don't want any of this. So
it's like peace.
Yeah. So peace out. I'm out.
Peace. Yeah. I mean, I guess they reserved the right to do that.
Right. I think there is some provision in EU law that says if you want to secede, you can. And you can do it peacefully, and here's your exit. And that's on the books. And I think Britain kind of voted to do that, and everyone went, oh crap.
Yeah.
They actually did it.
They actually did it, yeah.
They actually did
it. There's definitely they actually did it moment.
Oh, my God.
Definitely.
Holy
for
crap.
Sure.
And then here goes the pound, the EU, the dollar crash, and I don't even know. So
that sucks really bad. It really does that the money has been devalued. I guess I don't know how that works.
Me either.
I guess it makes sense. They got out of I mean, I'm sure if they were like, hey, we want back in tomorrow, they would be back again.
Oh, sure.
Right?
Sure.
Right. Okay.
Just
so nothing really
JK
changed.
Law, we're back in.
Just kidding.
JK.
Yeah, they'd be like, yeah, totally. Okay. You're not gonna you're not gonna maybe we can make it something with the Britain then. But, hey, Britain, you want to be in the American Union?
You want to be number 51? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? We got a deal for you.
A state?
Oh, how ironic. How ironic.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
Super ironic. You're right. That would be incredible.
The puppet has become the master.
Oh, yes. That would be crazy. What a turn of events. I tell you what.
What a turn of events. Yeah. 250 years. Yeah, 240. Yeah, 240 years
240.
later.
Yeah.
240 years. The child has now become the parent.
That moment where you control Europe, though.
Do you like freedom?
Yeah.
We got a ton of it over here. Huh?
Freedom and ball eagles.
We got your freedom all over the place right here.
Now we invade. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
America should rule the world, okay? That's all I'm saying. That's what we should do. We have the strongest military. All right, let's do it. My military score is through the roof. I have +1 vision on my military units. So 5 difference.
That's right. How awesome would that be for England to be the 51st state? That'd be crazy. I'm sure Pedguin just clicked off his
rolled over his
reeled over. He just clicked off his podcast right now. He says, "Oh, screw those guys." I was starting to like him until they had made that suggestion.
Yeah.
He's like, I was just typing out an email to Blake to see if we could be on his show, and then oh man, I'm out. I'm out.
Never mind, Americans. God dang, go eat a cheeseburger, you.
You could, if you think we're going to be the 51st state, you could sawed off.
Well, they'll fight us on the beaches, don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gosh, that would be fun. I would love that.
Oh,
that would
man.
definitely go down as the best moment in history ever.
Anyway, I own. Anyway, speaking of which, I have Hand of Fate. It's one of the things I want to play on my list. But we'll take a note to do some Left 4 Dead on stream.
Okay, good. Is this single player, huh? Hand of Fate?
Yeah, it is. It's single player.
Ramrod says I'd have to buy 10 new American flags.
Yeah.
Oh man, everybody would have to buy new American flags. That would actually be a big deal. American flags would become much more expensive suddenly.
Well.
Oh man, could you imagine if like you were like
a 50 star would be a collector's item? Because right now a 13 star and a and a 25 star is a collector's item, right?
Not for like a long time where all the other flags have to deteriorate and stuff.
Right.
So,
but I mean, we added like Guam and Puerto Rico and Virgin Islands and all those other places. They're not states.
They're not stars
they're
either. No,
territory.
they're not states at all. Right.
Right.
So okay, so here's my idea. Somehow find yourself in a position where you can make a new state, and also find yourself in possession of a flag-making factory.
No, wait. Get rid of an old state.
Or that'd be fine too.
Florida.
Get out of here.
You're done.
Florida.
I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you, Florida.
We do some reorganization where we went down to 40, to down one, and then have a flag-making factory, and then have a bunch of those already ready on the cheap, and then sell them.
You'd be first on the market, right?
You'd be first on the market, right?
Right. Yeah. Or just ditch Florida, and then you still have the same flag. I mean, who wouldn't want to trade England for Florida?
I'd be down.
Done.
Like, Florida's just like Mexico again.
Yeah. Yeah. So now we got another one. Yeah. We totally need to review some of these. Okay.
Statehoods, yeah.
All right.
Review.
Hey, Arkansas, let's pick it up. Let's pick up the literacy rate, huh? Let's pick it up.
Hey, they're doing great on teen pregnancy rates.
Yeah.
Come on now, it's fine.
Hey.
It's okay.
Hey, Florida.
It's big numbers, small numbers. We're repopulating over here.
The number of domestic disputes where a man hits his wife with an alligator is way too high. That was an actual
alligator doesn't even live.
Yeah.
Is that an actual?
That's an actual deal.
How does that happen? You're in the swamp together. You're having a good day.
Oh my goodness.
She talks about your penis being really small. You take an alligator, you hit her with it.
Oh my goodness. Hey, have you not seen Florida Man on Twitter?
Hashtag make Florida Mexico again.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Badger, hang on.
Oh, I need to get a shirt that says that.
All right.
Good.
Florida Man.
Florida Man,
Badger, manages to misspell school on a warning sign twice.
Okay, just make who cares if you
on the road.
Twice?
On the road. SEOHOL. Shoal.
SE?
SCH.
ACH. Shoal. I want to go down to the shoal.
Florida Man, Badger, painting anti-Hillary message on Tampa Bay crabs.
On the crabs?
He pulls a crab up. He's crabbing. Pulls a crab out of the water, and puts down Hillary is a lying blankety blank, and then throws them back. And now all the crabs say that.
Well, I could. Okay. That's mind-boggling. He could have done anything. Is that legal? I don't know if that's okay or not.
Yeah. Yep.
Is this like a page that you're looking up things that Florida Man did?
It's a Twitter account. It's called Florida Man. All right, here.
Oh my god.
Here.
Yeah, link it in chat for everybody, I guess.
Florida Man.
I mean,
You haven't seen this before?
I haven't.
This is legendary.
I don't know if we have the same category of legendary.
Florida man badger steals a van so he can drive to the Waffle House.
How does he pay for the waffles, though? He stole a van.
Look, I got money. I just don't have money for a car. And there's this van right here. I'm just going to take it.
Buy a bike. So, I mean, that's not that strange, honestly. Stealing something to go to somewhere? How different?
Florida man badger.
The writing on crabs thing, that's still boggling my mind. Like, who's like, you know what? I have to do something about this person. I'm going to go crabbing. I'm going to take some paint.
That's how I'm going to get my message out.
I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm doing it.
Someone's going to see this.
So, maybe. Probably not. A fish that eats the crab, maybe? I don't even know.
Well, if I do it enough, at least the crab industry will catch one or two. That's how I'm going to get my message out, is I'm going to paint crabs. That's why we need to go down one state. We need to annex England, ditch Florida.
All right, hold on. The plan. Let's draw out the plan. The plan is...
I'm going to build a wall.
We nuke Germany.
No, not nuke. Firebomb once more.
I mean,
just because the Nazi thing is.
Yeah, I mean, I know, I feel you, right? We just gotta get.
But no. The Audis are awesome though. Audis are awesome.
They have cool cars.
God,
yeah, I'm not
dang, they are such good engineers. I love.
Okay,
see,
firebomb. All right, hold on. You're right about the engineer thing.
No, we can't. There's too many.
We might firebomb France.
Yes. Okay.
Substitute.
You should have handled Germany when you had the other chance. Okay, enough about that. We have a bunch of European viewers. That's not.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We probably have. I probably have more European viewers than I do American viewers.
You probably do because your time. These are the jokes, guys. These are jokes.
Yeah, hey guys, we love you. I don't even believe in borders. I really don't. Like it's like wherever you're from. I'm from the internet. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Please. Seriously.
No, there needs to be countries.
No, there needs to not be countries.
Oh no!
Hey, I need to be in charge of the entire government of the entire world.
No, those people, they can't come over here. No,
they can do whatever they want. All right.
Florida man badger arrested.
Oh yeah.
Arrested for punching a swan.
Wait, he got arrested for it? For what?
Punching a swan.
He punched a bird.
Yeah, you can't do that.
What, in Florida?
That's not something you do.
Oh, you know what? This is the reason. The reason that we have that conception of Florida. I just remember this. All Florida criminal records are public record, public something. It's called something like that, where you can just like look at anybody's criminal record, and no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Other states don't have that, so Florida gets that whole crazy man in Florida did this thing because it's what was it called? Public record, something like that. Public something. Texas is about to leave the U.S. anyway. We can't do that anymore. We already lost one war.
Yeah.
Quick 10 says on the comment about France, they'd surrender before we did any bombing.
That's from chat. Right. Hey, did you? Okay, so according to Europe and according to the rest of the world, you're a Yankee. Everyone, all the U.S., you're Yankees. Just anyone from the U.S., the Yanks.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
So you can still be from the South and from Texas
and be a Yankee,
and
right?
Be a Yankee.
But in the United States, being from the North makes you a Yankee.
Northeast, I think, more so than.
Is it? It's not just North. I guess you're right.
I think it's New Englandish.
If you're from Washington, I guess it doesn't count.
Yep.
You can't be a Yankee. Yeah, okay, I agree with that.
Yeah. Florida man badger calls 911 to report a lack of vodka.
That's common, to be honest. I mean, people. I heard of this situation where a woman called 911 because she was locked in her own car.
Yeah, and she was, a hairdresser who
did nothing with her life.
I don't know.
Like, so if you say someone's a hairdresser, that's a supreme insult for me. Not because being a hairdresser isn't important. But Hitchhiker's Guide to a Galaxy, a book that's very formative in my life, basically starts Earth off by shipping all the hairdressers, telemarketers, and people who did useless jobs basically to Earth. And that's the entire population of our planet.
Yes.
Is those people. So when I hear a hairdresser, did this, it's like the most supreme insult for unintelligence.
What was it? The Florida, or not the Florida, the phone sanitizer? Right. Yes,
the phone. Yeah, the person whose job it was to sanitize the phones. Yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy, great read.
Oh, it's
really
fantastic.
enjoy them a lot.
It's
Really
fantastic.
good stuff.
Get
the
it,
movie. Okay.
get it as an audiobook and have Douglas Adams read it to you.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Yep.
That's the way to go. I didn't do that, but definitely do that.
Yep.
I love audiobooks. Audiobooks are my favorite. They're actually my preferred way to read books. What do you call it?
Audiobooks.
Can you no? Hold on. So you listen to all of Game of Thrones book 1. Someone's like, "Have you read the Game of Thrones book?" Your
Yes.
answer is no. No.
Yes.
You have not read what you have not read. Like, it's a weird thing. No, I have not read the Game of Thrones book, but I have listened to someone read the entire Game of Thrones book to me.
Yeah, it's pretty much. Okay,
No, I agree. It's pretty much the same.
If someone asked me that question and I had just done that, I would say yes.
But you would be wrong, right?
No.
Like, technically.
Okay, you know whose voice? If I'm reading it with my eyes and I'm reading a book on, you know whose voice it's in? Mine. If Douglas Adams reads it to me,
Yeah.
it's in Douglas Adams' voice. I don't think there's a difference.
Could you not read it?
It's
to
me
yourself
reading to myself or Douglas Adams reading to myself.
But you could read it to yourself in Douglas Adams' voice.
Morgan Freeman's voice.
Morgan Freeman's voice. You can read it to anybody's voice, really. See, actually, that's an interesting thing to bring up. What is the voice that you have when you read something or talk to yourself? Do you talk to yourself?
All the time.
All the time. I talk to myself all the time.
Yeah, and my voice to myself,
This.
Pierce Brosnan.
Play Pierce Brosnan for me, because I don't know who that is.
He's the smoothest James Bond. He wasn't the best one, but he's the smoothest.
He was the smoothest. I read everything in Arnold's voice.
Arnold.
I would probably commit suicide. If Arnold was the thing that I had to talk to myself in and read in and hear things in, that would be terrible. That'd be like Banana Phone. It would be like I could not handle that. All right.
All right. Let's go. All right. Here's the.
Hold on. Viper Zero had a huge dig at you. Blake, you have a profoundly sad lack of imagination. I think reading is far more interesting than audiobooks. Viper Zero, I tell you what, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
Objective opinions.
Objective opinion is you're wrong.
All right, here's
I think the argument is that reading allows you to get more information than the audiobook would. But I think audiobook actually gives you more information than the
story so far. In the beginning, the universe was created. This made a lot of people very angry and been widely regarded as a bad move.
Yes.
Morgan Freeman.
Great.
Right.
Good.
Versus.
There's a theory which states that if anyone discovers exactly what the universe is and why it is there, will instantly disappear and be replaced by something far more bizarre and inexplicable.
This is quotes from Hitchhiker's
Dear Diary.
Dear Diary.
There is another theory which states that this has already happened.
Right. Exactly. Right. Yes. Oh man, it's such a good series of books.
Yeah, I
actually haven't read.
I've read them all.
Douglas Adams died. Well, hold on. Douglas Adams died and didn't finish the series.
Yes.
And then his son did. I haven't read the ones his son did, or I think it was his son.
Right. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
It's Douglas Adams did them, and then
let's get in
somebody else. You do have a good Arnold's voice there.
Yeah, it could use some work.
Hearing it read to you comes with the reader's interpretation of the work, though, right? And then you interpret their interpretation, right?
Right.
So, at what point does your interpretation stop, and which one is more interesting? I guess really the point is that there is not a more interesting way to read a book.
All right. So I read. There's 1 through 5, which is a Guide to the Galaxy, the restaurant at the end of the universe, life, the universe, and everything. So long, and thanks for all the fish.
All the fish. Yep.
And then Mostly Harmless. Now, the one I hadn't done, so Mostly Harmless was the last one. That was in 92. Then there's another one in 2009, which is called And Another Thing. And I think
I think I might have read that one.
The book written by EAY018. And so I think that was the one that might have been done. That was not Douglas Adams, because the other ones were, let me see, Mostly Harmless had to have been Douglas Adams.
Yes, Mostly Harmless was. Because Mostly Harmless is... So people had a problem with how Douglas died. So whether he was going to finish it or not, people had a problem with how it ended. Because the way it ended was like, hey, humans suck and everything's crap. And good job reading this series because there's no freaking point. And that's my point. And then Douglas died. And he didn't change. He didn't do anything with that. So people kind of felt like it was unfinished because people like a happy ending. So I don't know what happens in one more thing, but I want to know.
Yeah, I need to go back and reread Mostly Harmless. I remember everything else, and freaking Ford Prefect and Zaphod, who is the coolest guy in the universe.
Oh yeah, right. No, my favorite
Hey,
thing,
man.
if I had to pick a thing, is the Pan-Galactic Garble Blaster. I think that's my favorite. Oh, and also the guy who lives on the planet by himself, who makes all the decisions for the world government. That's the best.
Yeah, and that dude,
That is amazing.
his cat is named the Lord.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Because they went and interviewed him, and they said, "Don't you understand that you all these decisions?" He says, "Well, the Lord knows how imperfect I am," and he says, "There, you said the Lord," and he goes, "Yeah, my cat is named the Lord," or something. Something.
Yep. Wrecked
His
out.
cat. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a fantastic series.
Yeah, good series. Go check it out. We should have a book time, a book corner. I don't really read as much as I used to. I think the last thing I read when I listened to it was Game of Thrones book 2. Which Game of Thrones, by the way, if you guys haven't heard about Game of Thrones, it sucks. Don't bother.
The book?
Yeah.
It sucks. Don't bother.
Yeah,
you
it sucks.
watch the series?
I have viewed the series to the point where I didn't want to watch it anymore. Yeah.
Okay. All right, last one. Florida man, Badger,
Give it to me.
accidentally shoots himself while on his way into job interview at an elementary school.
Oh my God! Why do you have his gun on him?
All right.
You know,
There you go.
That's maximum level fail right there.
There you go.
Was he a concealed carry owner? I don't even know. He should have been a concealed carry owner.
I mean,
He's not allowed to go into this.
do you need to be? I mean,
to shoot yourself? No, you definitely you
definitely
you actually
don't.
have a 20. You're like 20% less likely to shoot yourself if you're a concealed carry owner. So he was probably. I mean, what do you say? A shotgun with him? Okay.
yeah. Florida man.
Viper says, Badger, no offense, but I won't be taking any advice or recommendations. I know. That's fine. I mean, what do you want? I mean,
I'm just going to put it out there. If you don't want them, you can send them right back.
Yeah, you can send it right back. It's fine. It doesn't bother me if you don't like the stuff I don't like. It's okay to not like stuff, but don't be a dick about the things you don't like. All right? That's the song. That's the song. It's okay to not like things. Don't be a dick about the things you don't like.
All right.
That's the full song.
There is someone who does want Badger's opinion. Dear Badger.
Yeah!
Dear Badger, my husband and I are looking to purchase a new home.
Ooh, okay, cool. Big
We've
decision.
seen probably a dozen houses in the last couple weeks, and only 2 have really felt immediately like they could be called home. We lost
Okay,
out on the
so-
first one. Huh?
No, sorry, my bad. Keep going.
Okay. We lost out on the first one to another buyer, but the second is still a possibility. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what do we do? Okay, all right, there you go. All right, so we lost out on the first home to another buyer, but the second was still a possibility. Then we learned that the house was the site of an extremely grisly murder.
Oh, sweet.
A husband dismembered his wife there.
Oh, man.
We would be
Big
the
discount?
very next occupants.
Big
We've-
discount?
Hang on. We've lived in a few other houses with a past and haven't felt uncomfortable, but I'm taken aback by the strong negative reaction we have from members of our extended family. Their biggest concern too, and ours too, is our kids, who are in junior high and high school
What's going to
respectively,
happen? I'm sorry. Okay.
who we haven't told about the house. Thanks to the internet, we all know the horrific details of the case, and the information will be just as easily accessible to them eventually.
Sure.
Are we crazy to think that one bad night in a house's 100-year history is simply that, one bad night? My husband... Okay, this is the kicker. Let me just wrap this up in a bow. My husband is a pastor, and I am a mortician.
Oh.
So who better to buy this place?
Yeah, totally. You guys got it. Okay,
Sincerely, no ghosts.
I guess sincerely no guys. The thing I want to start off with is it's great writing, by the way. The thing I want to start off with is it's okay to have a good feel for a house, but always have your requirements for what you're going to want to have in mind first. I don't like making emotional decisions, especially in something so gigantic as buying a house. Make sure, rather than it feels good, make sure that it meets your actual requirements for what you're going to be doing. All right, that's besides the point. Somebody was brutally murdered, like brutally, like not even. I mean, crime of passion. I don't know, dismembered. And I mean that there was definitely blood on the walls still.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
Like there was remnants of this crime still present in the house.
Yeah.
That you can probably find if you so desire.
Think about our difficulty in viscera.
Right.
Yeah.
Sniffer is not a real thing, and
But not metal. It's plasterboard.
Wood,
It's
right.
it's wood. It's carpet. It's
Right.
whatever. Right.
That's gonna be tough.
Right.
That's gonna be an interesting thing to deal with. But from a logical standpoint, who gives a crap, right? People definitely died, like where I'm standing right now. At some point, lots of stuff died, probably like tons of stuff died
for
in
sure.
this area,
For sure.
like where I am. Maybe that in this elevation.
Europe. Oh my goodness.
So, like, right? Come on, like
everyone in Europe, every step
I don't
they
want to
take.
buy this plot of ground because
Yeah.
72 Germans and 68 Americans died on this little square.
Right.
Yeah, that's not a very logical standpoint for you to have about buying the home.
Yeah.
I guess to tie this off on a ball, who gives a crap about the person who got murdered? I mean, not the person who got murdered, but the murder itself. The kids are an interesting point. They're going to find out about the murder in the home, and it may have some effect on them. They're more malleable to this kind of stuff. So I guess my advice is don't tell them about it unless it comes up, because then if it comes up, it comes up. What are they going to do? They're going to move out?
Yeah.
Yay!
It's not their
Good,
decision.
Right. Fantastic. If you like the house, just do it. I don't know if I would. Again, I probably wouldn't have shared this detail in the first place with anybody else. Like if the realtor was like, "Hey, they have to disclose that, right? Someone died in this house." I'd be like, "There, okay, it stops." I won't tell anybody members of my family about that or anything like that, because I know they would have that, "Oh my God, don't buy the house" reaction, which I don't understand. I don't understand they would be like that. People have died a lot.
Right. Yeah.
More people have died than have lived, right?
Oh, for sure.
Or is it wrong? No, that might be wrong though, because the population has exploded so exponentially. There might be more people alive now than have ever lived before.
No.
Google that, because I think that might be correct.
Of people alive now versus people.
It's too spooky for workers to tear down. Yes, something has probably died on any patch of ground you walk on at any spot on the planet. Right, yeah.
Fact or fiction? Yeah, Scientific American. Living outnumber the dead. That is really what we're asking here.
Right.
75. A rumor says 75% of all people born are actually currently alive, yet despite quadrupling the population past century, dwarfed by the people who have ever lived. Yeah. It's not correct. There's way more people that have died.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I had just heard that and wasn't sure if it was. So, anyways, yeah, there's lots more people who have died than that are alive right now. So,
right.
You could definitely drive the price down. The price is probably already really low. Quick 10. Most likely, the reason this house hasn't been purchased yet is because of the death. People will not buy a house if there has been a recent death. Like if someone commits suicide or anything in the house, they will like, oh no, not the house, which is weird to me.
Yeah. I think the chat captured it the best and said that the more alarming thing is that the house is 100 years old. They said a brief thing in a 100-year-old house.
Right.
100-year-old houses are not up to fire code. They are not up to building code. They do not have the standards that new homes have today in electrical or wiring or fire traps or insulation or energy efficiency or any of that. It is dangerous to buy a 100-year-old house because you will be spending a lot of you call support costs of fix this leak, rewire this, do this, whatever, and it's very, very risky. It might even fall apart on you, like Ramrod says. So that's the bigger one here is, do you want to be caught up in a support nightmare of, I've got to replace this AC, but I've also got to replace the wiring because
the wiring doesn't work for this new
wiring
AC
doesn't work for this new AC, and now I got to dig through this whole house. I don't even know what I would do. Right?
See, I heard that get mentioned in the letter, and I purposely ignored it because I don't know jack about houses.
Oh yeah.
I assume that the house is K. I don't know.
Yeah, the house I'm in right now, it was built. I'm the first occupant. It was built in 2006, and already it is behind code. It is 10 years. Really? It is now a 10-year-old house, and it is behind code.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Calamari's got some good stuff here. Calamari says there's a difference between someone died in the house and someone was brutally murdered in the house, and there's an associated story. You have to deal with news stories, people that are fascinated by that kind of thing, and other backers that goes with that. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't consider, someone coming up to the door and be like, hey, so-and-so was dead here X amount of time ago. Would you like to comment on that?
There's no secrets anymore, right? So you got to assume, or at least at some point, in the next 10, 15 years, there will be no secrets. I don't think any secrets.
I think what was this EOI number 4 or 5?
Yeah.
We talked about this.
Yeah, no more secrets. It's just going to
secrets.
happen. We're going to all realize we're all freaks and we're all horrible, but we're all awesome and all that jazz. We are all everything, right?
Unique snowflakes. Is that what you're telling me?
We're beautiful and horrific at the same time, right? That's what we're going to find out.
Snowflakes. Got it. Do like weird pornography.
But yeah, so everyone's going to find out, and so you either are going to spend your time with your kids and all that, saying, "Oh yeah, it was horrible," and you're going to revisit it all the time, or you can just say, "Oh yeah," and do your reaction like, "Oh yeah, it kind of happens everywhere. There's probably 50 people that died on that patch of ground right there where you're standing." So
there's a lot of things that you can do to deal with this. I feel like it shouldn't have a focus. It shouldn't be too big a deal.
Right, I agree. And
maybe though, I don't know.
And I mean,
Colorado's got a good point.
Speaking about I mean, just going back to Europe. Europe has far more the number of wars than North America has.
Totally.
I mean, so many tribes fighting over every square. I mean, I would say every square 3 square meters of whatever you'd build, or 4 or 5 square meters, or what you would build a house in, and you build it up or whatever, right?
Of 6 deaths, 8 deaths, 100 deaths.
It is covered in the bones and the dust of warriors and murderers through the last 1,000 years. 100% sure there is bone fragment in the ground that you walk on to work every day. 100% sure.
And maybe even a mine or two if you get lucky.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Still unexploded ordnance everywhere.
Yeah, unexploded mine or a bomb that was dropped that just went thud into the ground and then buried up by dirt and bone and rubble and other concrete, whatever, that never detonated. Yeah. So to isolate this house is kind of a misnomer. Death far outnumbers life and far outnumbers even just death, but also, I mean, war is full of murder. Horrible murder. And
but
so
it's for your country, though. It's okay.
Yeah, bro, it was righteous murder.
It's okay.
Those guys
God sent me.
Those guys had a different flag than we did.
Right? Yeah. Come on. You should have just put your flag down.
Right. So yeah, if we stopped every time to kind of talk about that, to examine this issue, we'd never move anywhere.
We would never. It'd be paralyzing.
We'd never move anywhere.
For sure.
Yeah, it'd be paralyzing.
Yeah, totally. It's what do you call that? Not a stigma, but a fear that is
irrational fear.
Yeah. Irrational fear, but it's called phobia. Phobia.
Oh.
Of ghosts or something like that. Have you ever seen a ghost?
No.
No, you've never seen a ghost.
No. No.
I think I've heard a ghost before.
You've heard one?
Definitely heard a ghost before. Yeah, totally.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have. I'm putting this Florida man in our recurring bits. I like this. We're gonna do a couple. We're gonna do a couple of those.
Yeah, it's good. I like that.
And then if we want, next time we're gonna reenact a few of them.
Hey! You can't
what do you mean I can't put my alligator in my hood of my car? Yeah. We're gonna do some Florida man.
Shoot yourself? Gosh, that'd be terrible.
Hey! And that's how they're on
If you guys have an encounter with a ghost, let me know. I think we should talk about encounters with ghosts and how you feel about ghosts, because I think this might be a real thing. People are like,
you've seen a ghost, huh?
Have you seen a ghost? Have you heard of a ghost? Florida man believes he's ghosts. Hit us up on Twitter at EAY Podcast. Tell if you've seen a ghost. Just message us, however, and I want to read some of those out on stream at some point.
Ramrod is a Florida man. Ramrod, never miss a show. This is for you then. This is absolutely for you, Ramrod. This is definitely the show for you.
If you don't believe in ghosts and you want to give some evidence or something like that, then do that. Give me some evidence. Did I forget the host?
The only reason your Toaster's a Florida man. Awesome. Toaster, this is the podcast for you. The only reason I hold the door open for ghosts is 21 grams. Do you know what that is?
No.
So they actually measured measured a person who was near death, and they measured X. That person died, took their final breath. They measured them again, and it was 21 grams less.
Their weight was 21 grams less.
Yes. So the measurement is that what the feeling is the measurement of how much a soul weighs.
That
is 21 grams. Because physically, nothing has changed, right? Except for air.
Lots of things have changed in a non-dead and dead body.
Not mass.
The person probably defecated themselves on the spot.
But that was defecation in their body, and that was not in their body.
Right. So they'd be 23 grams lighter.
No. It's on the scale. It's all on the scale.
Okay, fair enough.
It's just sitting. Okay, say they pee
themselves.
themselves.
Is broken.
No,
this is nonsensical.
It's repeatable.
No, it's not. Definitely not. Impossible.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna have this argument right now. I thought of anyone you would if.
I have to see numbers.
They made a movie about it. They made a movie about it called 21 Grams in 2003. It's on IMDb. It was not a very good movie, but just saying.
Okay, so what you're telling me is, I lay any animal, any cat, any dog, any human. No, dogs don't have souls. They definitely do, right?
No, they're animals.
You're an animal too.
I'm a badass.
You are the most advanced animal on the planet.
All right, hang on. You'd
have to give that if we have a soul, that other animals have a soul for sure, right? Like it's not the soul isn't the same thing as
what if we're aliens?
Sentience. What if we're aliens?
What if we're aliens?
Well, we are aliens, right? Because
what if animals are here and we're not?
But the way that we got to Earth is from like an asteroid.
See, this is all about the movie. I cannot find the.
But I refuse to believe that you kill a cat and it gets 21 grams lighter. It can't happen. I refuse to believe that I knife you and you die on the spot.
Who wants to die for science, huh? Anybody?
All right, BRB. I gotta test this. I refuse to believe this. I literally do not believe this. That you get 21 grams lighter after.
All right, hang on. All right, now it's saying
some other way.
Okay, here it is.
This is
Duncan
fake.
McDougall. The 21 gram theory's historic mission. Okay, hang on. All right, let me just go straight to the Snopes.
Yeah, exactly. This is interesting that you brought up that the reason that you don't believe in gross is because of the 21 gram thing.
Okay. On Snopes' claim, a physician once placed dying patients on a scale in order to measure the weight of a human soul. Quote, true. Snopes, those who believe that the body becomes lighter seem to think that the soul has weight. Weight must be a necessity to part with it. Says Snopes. Let me go down.
Well, it says someone did that, then I say that we lost 21 grams. But someone did that, apparently, right?
Yeah, it's repeatable. There was the loss 3/4 of an ounce. The weight loss was found to be a ½ ounce. Then my colleague Jesus laid the heart and found it stop. I tried again. The loss was 1.5 ounces and 50 grains. Third case. This is an older study. Third case showed a weight of a ½ ounce loss coincident with death. Additional loss of 1 ounce a few minutes later. So it's 1.5 ounces. Yep.
So something that leaves the body when you die.
Yes.
That repeatedly reduces you by 21 grams. 1.5 ounces.
Yep. 3/8 of an ounce that could not be accounted for. This occurred exactly simultaneously with death, but particularly on bringing the beam up again with weights later on and removing them. The beam did not sink back to stay for fully 15 minutes. All right.
What do they use to measure this?
Weights.
Like a weight?
Yeah.
They didn't use like an actual scale.
All right. More prevalent is the other belief
this is the weirdest thing ever.
Dead weight that a body weighs more after death, but seemingly only seems to weigh more. We carry our own bodies around so easily we're unaware of the exertion it really requires. So,
but how would that reduce our weight?
I don't know. So,
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
no matter how strong I am and good at holding myself up, the scale doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't understand it, but there are a ton of.
This is a weird thing. I want to know more about this now.
Yeah, you never heard of this? Yes, 21.
No, I had never heard of this.
21 grams. He did the experiment on 15 dogs.
Okay.
The experiment showed no change in weight following their death. Concluded only this.
I call super shenanigans on this. I do not believe this. Okay. Like if he repeated it with dogs, I'd be like, okay, that's fine. I believe that.
Yeah.
The fact that you can only repeat it with other human beings, which is a very rare resource, dying human beings is very rare to gather, and they use a weight scale rather than a much more accurate scientific scale, something more accurate. I call shenanigans on this. I do not buy. Okay, more evidence must be presented and gathered.
Oh, for sure. Okay, the one thing that I will entertain, it says, one guy says, at the time of death, there's a sudden rise in body temperature to the lungs, no longer cooling the blood. And the subsequent rise in sweating could easily account for McDougal's missing 21 grams. So if you have, and that might have the difference between
the evaporation of water.
Dogs versus
the dog doesn't
have sweat glands. Right. So that is one of them. I don't know that anyone else has repeated this since. It's only been like 100 years. And you're right.
It's not that I'm not buying that they lose 21 grams. I'm not buying the whole soul thing.
The soul thing, right? Because of a soul. So,
hey, Miara, how you doing? By the way, it's good to see you.
All right. Well, there you go. Oh, okay. So what I will find, what I had in my hot little hand. Anyway, so 21 grams. We'll find out more about that one. The 21 grams theory. I'm going to write that down. There is Snopes confirms it. Says there. Have you seen a ghost? And 21 grams theory. I'm writing all this down. Anyway,
grams is a specific measurement of mass. I think this might be about mass and not weight.
Yes.
Using a balance.
Right. So, yeah, right. Mass shouldn't change. So if they pee themselves, it should still be on the scale.
The weight wouldn't change either, though.
Weight shouldn't change. I get temperature maybe getting lighter in air. Temperature does play a part.
Mariana, where do I know you from? Because I don't remember you.
All right, but look what I found. You're gonna like this. Okay.
Okay, give it to me.
All right, so let's agree to table the 21 grams until the next time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely.
And we'll do some more. We'll do some more discussion on
more
it.
Research. Yeah.
So,
let's do more research, and then I want to look at this again.
I'm not saying I've hold the door open for one ghosts being semi-real because of findings like this, and because of there's something different about a dead body versus a non-dead body, all that sort of stuff.
Oh, hold on. What you're telling me right now is that you have
you've seen a ghost, but I haven't.
No, I haven't. I was joking. No, I like.
What?
You actually entertain the idea that there is life after death.
Oh, I don't know.
Because that's what a ghost. You don't mean you don't know. You just told me that you entertain the idea of ghosts.
No, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm just saying nobody knows.
You're saying that life after death is,
I'm saying that no one has died and come back to tell us what's going on.
Which puts a stump in the theory,
right?
Right. Like the first thing you would do as a ghost, you'd be like, I'm gonna slap somebody so hard right now.
No. First thing you do, ladies' locker room. First thing you do. First stop.
Why? You can't wink it. You're dead.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. Okay.
See, this is where we come to the invisibility or flying power.
Okay.
The first thing you do is
perfect lead in. Look here. Look what I found from the old incarnation of the podcast. Right here. I'm put up to the screen.
Would you rather? Okay.
Would you rather? Oh, let me get it for Badger to see it. Yep. Would you rather? Can you see it? All right. There you go. Would you rather? We had on the previous incarnation of the podcast, we had the best time with this little card thing I bought. I think it was $3, and it's these little cards that have these questions on it of like 5 different questions. Would you? So I have a ton of these.
Interesting.
And I love this kind of stuff.
Sure, okay.
It is so fun. So
it's a good conversation spark.
We're gonna do one of these every time, like invisibility, or flying.
Great.
Yeah. For example, would you rather, Badger, be 6 feet tall and butt ugly?
Okay.
Or 3 foot tall and gorgeous?
6 foot tall, butt ugly. Why would you rather be 6 foot tall, butt ugly? Because girls will sleep with you just because you're 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
Anybody who calls you ugly, you can just beat them to death. You're 6 foot tall. You get to breathe cleaner oxygen than other people.
You just get to beat people.
It doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter.
Six footers just get to beat people.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Oh,
for
I'm
six
sorry,
footers,
sir. You're
right?
6 foot. Ugh.
Yeah. You get. I mean, you get all front line at all the roller coasters. Being 6 foot tall, it's fine.
That's at the back of the line. You have to be tall, right?
No. You get primary medical care treatment. I'm 3
Right.
foot tall already. Yeah.
Mariana says Badger is 3 foot tall and beautiful already.
That's Wolfie Chan, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's on his bot. He's on his
on
bot.
his bot.
Oh,
He got
what's up,
banned
man?
for flashing on stream for $1.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right.
So yeah, 6 foot tall. I go. All right.
6 foot tall. I think so.
Reason-
I think so.
Yeah, you would go 6 foot tall, butt ugly too. Like,
Totally.
I mean, butt ugly. Like, you got a jacked up nose, like,
Right.
And you have messed up eyebrows, right?
Right.
That makes you butt ugly. Those are
And
two-
here's the thing: you can plastic surgery your way out of most anything.
Yeah, you can't get taller though.
You can't. Yeah, you can't plastic surgery your way out of height. You can plastic surgery
No,
your way into something.
You can wear some nice boots.
Something.
It doesn't
whatever.
matter how ugly you are though. Like, I know that because of actors. Like, the guy who played the new enemy in Star Wars, when he took his mask off, I recoiled. Like, who was that? What was that guy's name? You know, he's the new Sith Lord that kills his father. Sorry, I'm not being a little spoilery. When he took his mask off, no, you don't know his name. That guy took his mask off, and I was like,
Not Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. That's it. Yeah,
He's beautiful
was
though.
like, he's horrifyingly ugly. Like,
What?
I was shocked and awed. Like, I in Iraq, I saw less horrifying things. Okay, like that guy's face, I almost ran.
No, Kylo.
Yes,
in
the bad
in
guy.
episode 7.
It's an episode of the newest Star Wars.
Yeah, he took his mask off. He had beautiful hair.
No way.
What?
That guy freaked me out. I was like, how's that guy an actor? Look, I'm just saying, if Kylo Ren can be an actor,
Adam,
I
what's
can
his
be 6
name?
foot
Give
and
me
butt
his
ugly.
give me his name. Adam whatever.
Okay. I don't know what his name
Badger
is.
literally has the worst opinions. You're insane. That guy was good looking and he had beautiful
No!
hair.
I physically recoiled.
You're
Okay, like
you're
it wasn't like a
insane.
premeditated action. I was
You're
like, oh,
You're
it scared
insane.
me. I thought it was a jump scare. I
Oh
thought
my
I was
God.
watching the wrong movie.
You are absolutely insane.
I wanted him to put his mask back on.
Oh, you were insane. Let me
Whatever,
just
man.
hit. Let me hit this. Hang on. Let me go back to.
I
Let me
don't
go
know
to
what
this
that guy's
picture.
name is.
over
I'm
here.
sorry for that guy. I don't mean to be mean.
This right here.
Do
All
whatever
right.
you want. I'm just saying that if I could be 6 foot tall but ugly, I can be an actor still. Look at that guy.
All right, here we go. Here's the deal. Here is the picture. It's a beautiful model who is young and gorgeous, hanging on she is hanging on a guy who is older and a little pudgy and not super good looking. And when your daughter asks you why she has to study, you show her this picture. And then when your son asks you why he has to study, you show him this picture.
Show him this picture, yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay.
I mean, it. Okay, we know that's accurate because we can go outside today and we can
Right
go
now.
we can go to somewhere and see this happen in real life. That's
Right,
how
yeah.
we know it's real. So,
I hear this thing, and it's kind of an upsetting thing.
There's-
as men get older, your value increases.
absolutely,
As women get older,
absolutely,
your value decreases.
yes. Okay, here it
Which
is.
That's not to say,
Okay,
in my opinion.
here's my analogy. I have a perfect analogy for this, and we're gonna. I have a perfect analogy
Okay.
for this.
I mean, we're still
Men are like a fine wine.
right,
As they age, they just get better and more appreciated.
right. Nicer. They get more expensive.
Yes, and expensive. Yeah, women. This is a sad truth. Women are like a beautiful candle.
Oh,
That as you burn from the top, it starts to droop down and melt and
it
sag
gets shorter
and gets
and
shorter
osteoporosis.
and melt into
And you can't
wherever
make
they are.
other candles anymore. And, it
And
gets
there's
flashes.
nothing you can do about it.
And then what do you do when the candle's done? Right. Throw the candle away,
Get another one.
and you drink the wine. I guess.
All right, it's Adam. His name is Adam Driver. He's a beautiful guy. You kidding me?
I about jumped out the window when I saw him. All right.
You are kidding me. He's not hideous.
Someone beat him with the ugly forest. Okay.
Oh, look at this picture. Oh my
They
goodness.
took-
He
they
beat him
took
with
the
the ugly forest.
They took the forest, beat him with it, and then followed him around the rest of his life, beating him with a stick,
man,
too.
you are insane. You are insane. He is not. Okay, well, then you got to be prepared to jump on. Don't jump away from your computer because I'm going to put him up here.
No, please don't.
Look, he's not.
Kylo Ren plus.
Look at it. Look at his hair. Look how beautiful his hair is. Look
Dude,
at that.
I can't look at his hair. Like, I can't look at his face. I'll pass out.
No, you're not going to pass out. Look at that. Look how beautiful he
die.
is. Look at that. He's beautiful. Of course.
It's scary.
Adam Driver, are you kidding?
Oh my god.
All right, that was a fantastic. That's line of the day right there. He got hit with the ugly forest. Oh, that's funny.
Oh Jesus.
Look at his hair. His hair looks
I don't want
great.
to look at it. I can't.
All right,
wrong?
you're insane. All right, I'll take that down. You're insane.
I don't want to see him.
Okay,
No.
not. I mean, Anakin.
Take it down.
Anakin, when you remove Darth Vader's helmet, he looked jacked up,
Yeah.
right?
Right, he's burned.
He's burned. You didn't.
I
You
had
didn't jump
less
back
of
at
a
that.
No, I had a lesser reaction.
And
to
you
him
jump
being
back
burned.
at Adam Driver?
It's because so there's like that. What is that thing called? Where it's like the valley, uncanny valley, where something's like almost a human being, but it's definitely not. Right?
Yeah.
It's like let me get some
Okay.
examples of uncanny.
All right.
valley.
Calmari says he's not beautiful, but he's not like some hideous-looking person, right? He's
No,
not
he is
hideous.
maybe the most hideous person I've ever seen in my
You are
life.
insane.
I am dead serious.
His hair adds like 2 points on the 1 to 10 scale for sure.
I couldn't look at his hair
Shady.
for my life.
Shady.
Okay.
Shady right now. Shady.
What? Shady. Shady. You want Shady to rate him?
I want Shady to rate that man. Rate Adam Driver. Okay.
Everybody rate him. I
Rate
don't know why
Adam
Shady
Driver
has to
right
do
now.
it.
Shady. Shady's the only one from female perspective. She's our go-to.
She's the only female. Okay, I'm pretty sure the Mariana is a female too.
That's Wolf.
I know. I'm trying to find a good picture of the Uncanny Valley.
All right,
I can't find anything that makes me recoil like this guy's face though.
I'm gonna text my other partner here. Hang on
Uh-huh.
here. Let me see
Yeah?
what she thinks.
Get her perspective on it.
Yeah. Adam Driver.
Can I find the
Actor.
Can I get examples here?
Scale from 1 to 10 hotness.
Shady says, "Ew, wrecked, owned, destroyed,
Kylo
dominated,
Ren.
pwned, boom." Oh God, put his face back away. God,
Ew.
she said, "Ew, wrecked." Okay, look at that. Thank you for backing me up here, chat. Appreciate it.
He rates as a solid
Oh!
F. No.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. Physically recoil.
Oh.
Could handle it.
All right. Maybe Benandles will come in here and she'll
right.
she'll regulate. Well, she'll split the tie here. Oh
Say,
my
look.
goodness.
So, what was that thing we talked about? Twerking being attractive. It's like it's totally gonna be attractive to some
Oh.
people. And then you were like, no way.
No way.
Definitely not.
No way.
Definitely not attractive. And you were super right. All right.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren, hideous. I was super right. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
All right.
Just can't handle it.
All right. Maybe
Hey,
she'll
cool.
come back here in a minute. Usually she'll hit me right back with something like this. Loves comedy. All right. Guys, thank you. I have other things to say. Not appropriate. Kids, cover your eyes.
Here.
Oh,
Oh
Shady,
my God,
you're
that's
awesome.
a huge link. Oh wait, that's not right, is it?
No, don't. Nobody click that. That's poison.
No, you can click that. It's fine.
Guys,
There's a bunch of faces that aren't as bad as.
Oh
Kylo
my
Ren.
goodness, guys! Thank you very much for being here. Love you guys for hanging
Yes.
out. Please go follow the Video Game Badger. You can follow him at Twitter. No, not that one. TVGB. Is that yours?
Yep.
Is that
Yep,
your
yep.
deal?
Wow,
That
you
is
almost did it. Just
not
at
there.
TVG Badger, TVGBAGGR on Twitter. 27th of this month, we're doing 24-hour stream. We're going to be playing RimWorld a little bit, playing XCOM 2 a little bit, maybe playing some hardcore with Clowntown, playing some Left 4 Dead with Clowntown.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think that's all I really got. Yeah, I got nothing else. Good to go.
All right. The dude looks like he could violate all the orifices of my face with his nose from 6 yards away. Shady, you are beating him with a... Oh, my goodness. All right. It's so harsh.
Jesus Christ.
Guys,
Okay, wow.
you can follow me. I'm on twitch.tv/Clowntown. The O's are zeros. And hit me up on Twitter, Clowntown Vids.
Oh, yes. Before we go, again, send us your ghost stories on Twitter, EAY Podcast, or on Discord. I'm going to put that in the chat. for you.
Exclamation point
Read them
Discord.
out. Get some good ones. So you can send them however you want. Just do
Yeah.
it right now. Go this instant. Send us right now your ghost stories.
Ghost stories. We'll
You saw a
bring them up
ghost.
from next
You
time.
believe in ghosts. You have information about ghosts.
Oh my
'Cause We're
goodness.
gonna be talking about this 21 grams thing again next time.
God, we ran it.
Thanks for being here, everybody.
I had like 6 things up and we didn't get to any
I
of
know.
them. I
Man,
mean, I had a stack of these. I had a
the
stack
first-
of these.
The first hour and 30 minutes today went by like I looked. I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Always.
Yeah, ghost stories. Give it to me. All right, everybody. We're only about 15 minutes over. Stay motivated. Stay awesome. Keep doing what you're doing, and remember, stretch.
Stretch. All right, Bonandles gives him a 7. I was
Oh,
probably
wow.
I was probably wrong. I was probably wrong. We'll see you next time.